is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I can dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, that's New Yorkers. We don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels, and he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy, and, you know, you got the Big Red Machine who wants to fight him, and Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. I got you. My man, he collapsed with the kick.
That's what I was doing. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
He's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he thinks, oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the table.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hype for this shit. That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the farm bar, get around with the bomb bar.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's fucking Wrestling with Knuckleheads. It's Thursday night. You know what that means? You got your boy Toe Tags in the building. What's going on, normal guy? He's first, like always, you know how we do. Shit, but what's going on, bro? How y'all doing? Washington Giants versus Cowgirls. Yo, I'm hearing the Giants game when I went outside. My pops was watching it. So let's see. Who I'm getting the results from yesterday's Grand Slam. Because I just want to make sure, yeah. So I'm doing good, normal guy. So now I want to know this. I want to know how Darby Allin loses a casket match to Jungle Boy, who then Jungle Boy becomes the TNT champion. And then Darby Allin gets an AEW world title shot after that. Because I remember after he lost the casket match, Jon Moxley said that he wanted to talk to him. I feel like I'm glitching. I'm glitching, my bad. Jon Moxley said that he wanted to talk to him. Right? So now Darby Allin gets his mystery title shot for the AEW championship against Bryan Danielson. And Moxley wants to take that shot from him. And then Moxie takes the shot. Hold on, let me reset my camera. You should be able to still hear me. But yeah, then Moxie takes Darby Allin's shot from him. And now I'm confused. We got Bryan Danielson win the world title from Swerve. Just so that way he could defend it against Nigel McGuinness at Grand Slam. And then the next opponent is Darby Allin. But after he won the title against Swerve, the BBC, the BCC, one of them, Battle Club, the John Moxley jumped him. And then Darby Allin's number one contender for the world title. Then Moxley beats Darby Allin for his title shot. And I'm sitting here wondering, how did Moxley, well, first off, how did Darby Allin get a title shot? And second off, how did Moxley not get a title shot for jumping Darby Allin? You know what I'm saying? Like, once, hold on, I'm messing up the names. Once Moxley beat up Bryan Danielson, that should have been his way to get a title shot from Bryan Danielson because he just won the title. But the match that Bryan Danielson has afterwards, if he was cleared, went to Nigel McGuinness. Then he beats Nigel McGuinness in a match that he shouldn't have been in because he was barely cleared. It was a last minute discussion, I guess. He was barely cleared. And then they figured out that the match after Nigel McGuinness will be Darby Allin. And Moxley wanted to talk to Darby Allin. And this was before I figured out that Darby Allin was getting a number one contendership match. And Moxley challenged Darby Allin for the number one contendership shot that Darby had out of nowhere. And then now Moxley's the number one contender. You see how it's confusing that shit sounds? That sounds confusing. Because if we go back at All In, Bryan Danielson beats Swerve for the world title. All Out, Danielson won. He defended his title against. Oh, let me go to the website. Let me get these events here. All right, let's see what's going on here. They don't have the past events. They don't give a shit about. Rush him early for Bryan is to, so all right, so they don't even have the past events. Let's see the news for some other shit. All right, so who the fuck did Bryan Danielson face at All In? All Out. Yo, this is so fucking confusing. All right, Bryan Danielson wrestled Jack Perry. Okay. Wait. Okay, he wrestled the TNT champion. All right, so he beats Swerve for the world title. Then he defends it 2 weeks later against Jack Perry. Then he's getting a title shot. Then Darby Allin at All In, loses to Jack Perry in a casket match. He doesn't show up for All In, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he doesn't. He's not in All In or All Out. Then he's the number one contender for the world championship. Then Bryan Danielson wrestles Nigel McGuinness at Grand Slam for the title. But Moxley challenged Darby Allin for his number one contendership and won. So now Moxley came out of nowhere with Shafir, beat up 3 people, and became the number one contender. After he already choked out Bryan Danielson with a bag. That didn't get him a title shot. That didn't get him a match with Bryan Danielson. That didn't get nothing. But he beat a guy that got a title shot for nothing, for losing. And Swerve lost to Hangman Page. Dude, I'm saying it is making me confused. Right? So Swerve lost to Hangman Page in the steel cage match. And then he hasn't come back yet. But then MVP came out to talk to this guy, Big Homie Quan. I know his name. I just I'm drawing a blank because I'm so confused with what the fuck happened. Hold up. Wait, that's viewership and rating. We don't want that. There you go. And then, all right, so then MVP came out to talk to Prince Nana. And what did he want? Biggest episode, every match, or however the best contest, or whatever. He came in to talk to Prince Nana about what, having him Swerve versus Bobby Lashley or some shit? And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about when Swerve ain't here and MVP goes after Nana. And then I'm like, I didn't hear the segment with Swerve and Nana. I mean, with Nana and MVP. But it's nothing that's not going to take. It's a rush job. It has to be a rush job. Let me see. All right. What's up, Damien? What's up, Jono? Tony Khan don't know what to do with AEW anymore. Shows gets more and more confusing. Yo, bro, how the hell did Darby Allin get a title shot to give up? I just want to hear what he said. All right, so Nana comes out to tell everybody that Swerve's all right. I'm watching this right now. I'm going to see what's going on so we could correctly identify what's going on. But how the hell did Darby Allin get a fucking title shot from after losing to Jungle Boy? And he didn't do nothing after that. So, all right. Am I bugging? Yo, is my camera bugging? Like, is it freezing and shit? What up, Leon? All right. So Swerve is not clear to come back. All right. So now, okay. So MVP walks out now. I appreciate it, Leon. MVP walks out now. This is I'm reviewing what MVP came out to AEW for. My name is M to the VP. Okay. He could have just said my name is MVP, but all right. We'll do some shit. So Swerve Strickland is the most dangerous man in AEW. All right. So that's what he said. That's what he's saying. I just want to know what he wants to do. How do y'all feel about MVP showing up on AEW? Yo, no wait. They said he went 8 months without being pinned or submitted, and no one says that shit while he's doing it. That has to be a accolade that he gets afterwards when he's hurt, but to remind him that he's alright. Yo, can someone answer the question? How the fuck did Darby Allin get a title shot to give up? Mr. Lashley. Yeah, there's speculation about Lashley coming. All right, let's get to the. Why is Hangman not in the ICU? You haven't watched in 2-3 years. Yo, bro, I watch every once in a while, and I don't know what I don't know what they're trying to do. So MVP came in to swerve. Their story arc is confused. Seriously, why did MVP come out to talk to Prince Nana to tell him when he's ready to talk, when he's ready for serious shit to come holler at me for business? Like, I understand that was supposed to be like a diss to Nana, but don't you think that would have been better if he did that to Swerve's face? Or like if MVP would have just destroyed Nana? Because I didn't really see a thing where he really like made Nana look like he shouldn't be managing. Or just because he said that he burned down his childhood home and Hangman's still standing? They had a cage match because of that. Am I bugging? Was that cage match not because of that, or was I misinformed? Hold on, I'm gonna reset my. I see my shit bugging. You're still gonna be able to hear me, but you ain't gonna be able to see me. So yeah, am I bugging? Because it looks like, oh shit, fucking Ray hacked me. I was hacked. I'm not Shannon Sharp. Yeah, but I don't know. He was only watching, and Kenny Omega was doing the back. Shit, that had to be the best time for him. I mean, don't get me wrong. Problem when you try to make shit look neat. Try to make shit look neat and shit don't want to work. What happened? Let me see again. Let's try this one more again. All right. So we're black. I like that. All right. Hold up. What the fuck happened to this shit? Why is this shit fucked up? Damn Ray hack people. Yo, for real. I don't know what's going on with my camera. This shit better not have no issues because this camera costs too goddamn much. Oh man. Well, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit, and it's starting to piss me off. This shit's starting to make me feel like I'm watching AEW all over again. Am I? Nope. The only thing that was interesting on Dynamite last night was Hook and Taz having their moment together after Hook retired the. Oh, Hook retired the belt. So after he beat Roderick Strong, he retired the belt. That's kind of dope. Yo, I don't know what the fuck is going on with my camera. It's working. Everything is working except for there's not getting. Everything is showing that there's signal coming into this fucking thing. I just had this shit fucking working. That's the problem when you trust things that you pay for. You know what I'm saying? When technology is supposed to be convenient for you, at the very least, the very least you could do is fuck off, right? I don't know why this shit is like that too. Oh, let me. I'm gonna refresh the page. I was gonna say like I'm gonna hold on. Oh, all right. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it happened. And now I don't know if it was the camera all along, or if it was the website. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure that one out. But yeah. So where was that? All right. So they retired the FTW belt. Viewership and I don't want viewership and ratings. I don't give a shit about views. All right, we're back. Yeah, we're back. Grand Slam. Preview full card. The results. What happened to results? I just had the website. All right. So why did Hook retire the FTW title? Does it say Hook locked Strong in the Red Rum to get the win and retain the title after it was over? Strong offered a handshake. Hook accepted, and Strong hugged him before leaving. That was a surprising show of sportsmanship, but it worked. Hook gave an interview after the match and officially retired the FTW title. He had a quick emotional moment with his dad. I guess the FTW title isn't getting him over. To be honest with you, that title's changed hands more times in the last couple months than it did in his whole career. But that title isn't getting him over. It didn't do nothing for him to help. There's 52 fucking singles championships. You could have gave him one of those titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have made one of those titles seem like, you know, a championship that he could have been wrestling Roderick Strong or somebody and let him, you know, win that if you wanted to give him a title. Other than that, he could have just been wrestling people or had an actual like feud with somebody other than Jericho. and let him go without having help. You ever notice all his feuds he got help? They put him on TV, you gotta do something with him. So all right, so Will Ospreay and his boy Fletcher had a tag team title shot, which I don't know how that came about, but hey, fuck it. They look alike, they wrestle alike, they're a tag team. And the Young Bucks defeated them. They fought through 2 commercial breaks, so they had plenty of time to make this as exciting as possible. In fact, it was probably the best Bucks match in months. After Ospreay refused to let Fletcher use a screwdriver and told Don Callis off, the Bucks hit the BET trigger and got the pinfall after illegally using the title belts as weapons. Yeah, that's crazy how they're gonna keep with this shit where Will Ospreay doesn't want to cheat and then he gets cheated on and losing. At what point do you turn around and just leave Don Callis? Like, at what point do you just turn around and leave Don Callis? It's not like Don Callis has him under contract and he's forcing him to wrestle with them, because that would make some kind of compelling, story on why he's still with him. But my man is just sitting there, just every match he's wrestling. Like, you would think Don Callis would be like, "Yo, I'm gonna stop distracting this man because I'm only hurting his fucking career with doing this shit." Or Will Ospreay would be like, "Yo, I'm out, bruv." Yeah, so I don't know if it's the website or it's my shit. I don't see any freezing on my end on the camera, but I see it while I'm looking at my screen. Next match, Maria May versus that Japanese girl. Yo, that one I didn't watch. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't Willow and like 2 other people come out? All right. As Prince Nana was given an interview, MVP made his debut, but his card. What did that have to do with? Told him to pass. Blah blah blah. Next match was Sakazakai Yuka. All right, we're gonna call her Yuka. Challenge made for the women's title. Japanese star hit a springboard crossbody and making her entrance. Once they got in the ring, the bell rang. May recovered and they began trading punches. Yuka found creative ways to keep herself in the fight, but the glamour was too much for her. The title holder won with Storm Zero to retain her belt. This was a fun bout with a few standout moments. It left a lot of room for them to grow. Wait, but what happened to? Didn't Willow come out, or was that something else? Was that? I saw pictures of Willow face to face with this girl. All right, so this is a Grand Slam Collision. Wait, they had Collision first? How the fuck you have Grand Slam Collision in 2000 and the 21st? All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna look at what happened. Yeah. So we're not gonna watch the whole match, but we're gonna see what's happening. All right. So she lost. Yeah. All right. So Mariah May now what? Oh, she's going to hit Yuka with the title, and there you go. Here goes Willow. I was like, I know I seen her. I fell asleep after the MVP segment. I'm surprised you didn't fall asleep during the MVP segment. It's not like that shit was one of those, oh my God, this guy said some shit, because it almost felt like he was pulling teeth. Like he was trying to pull shit out of nowhere. Oh, Willow got distracted and she got hit. Wait, what? Mariah May has been a bad guy this whole time, and now this girl doesn't know what she's doing? They really didn't. They really didn't step their game up with the storytelling, did they? Like, they're not really they're not producing the shit out of these matches, are they? Like, the NuKKle ran all the way up to Mariah May to hit her, and she was like within arm's reach. She could have just hit her, but then Mariah May just ran backwards 20 feet, and she's like, "You know what? You did it. You stopped me. You prevented me from you prevented me from hitting you. Game's over. You did it. I'm surprised. I'm happy for you. Game over. I'm gonna go inside." And then the other girl was standing there. I don't know how that makes sense. But listen, man, this is part of the reason why I don't really watch AEW anymore. I don't know why. I don't know what they're going for, which should be very, very easy to determine what they're going for. And I don't know why they let these people do shit. Like, how do you see that and no one goes, "Yo, you're fucked up," or "This should be done better"? You know what I'm saying? I don't even watch AEW anymore. Like, I think we're a whole like coalition of people who don't watch AEW anymore. Okay, so there was a update in is that why my shit is fucked up? Results live blog. All right, hold on. Let me see. Is there a? Let's see the viewership and ratings. Let's see this now. All right, according to WrestleNomics, on September 25th episode of Dynamite, averaged a total of 702,000 viewers, up 2% from the 687,000 viewers the week before. This is also a 2% increase on the trailing 4 weeks that averaged out a 690,000 viewers, but is a steep drop from the previous Grand Slam show, which averaged 1.2 million in 2021 and 1.03 million in 2022 and 984,000 in 2023. It's just going down. It's just going down. I think the issue is that they're letting the names of the shows sell the tickets. The key 18 to 49 demographic also rose for Dynamite Grand Slam as the show earned a .23 number, up 5% from the .22 earned the previous week, and up 10% from the .21 average of the trailing 4 weeks. .23 puts Dynamite in third place for all primetime cable shows for Wednesday night, with the Phoenix Mercury Minnesota Lynx game placing second, and the Indiana Fever / Connecticut Sun game that features Caitlin Clark ranking first while they lost to the WNBA. We just spoke about this yesterday, how no one watches the WNBA, and AEW lost to the WNBA. Wow. That's crazy. That, my friend, is crazy. How the fuck did AEW lose to the WNBA in ratings? That's crazy. No one watches that. I understand the Caitlin Clark, but shit, really? That's the mode we're in? That's the Tum Tum? That's the Tiny Dancer? Shit. Feel like sometimes AEW don't really be that interesting like that to be when they first started, they were God's gift to wrestling, bro. I've been saying this. When they first started, I got almost a little bit more passion back for wrestling. I used to watch it, and I would watch some of these matches. I'm like, this is what I want. This is what I've I've been missing this for so long. And they fucked it up. And I'm a houseway. After watching AEW every week, I'm starting to think Vince McMahon PG era wasn't that bad. After, yeah, it was shitty, but at least there were stories. Only 15,000 more people watch AEW. They gained 15,000 more viewers. Yo, bro, I'm telling you, I don't know. Do you give that to Cody? Is the reason why AEW's first 2 years was because Cody knew what the fuck he was doing? Was that Cody? Was that Khan? Or was that the Young Bucks? Was that a bunch of people that were like aspiring to show that they were just as good as the WWE guys? And now that they got comfortable, they're not trying to show it no more? Like, what's going on here? Because I hated when Ray and Gigi and everyone else was like, they have to do the WWE platform, the WWE method, that bullshit. Because they weren't doing the WWE shit. Not to get viewers. Like, the now it's almost like they're trying to be WCW. But like WCW New Blood. It's like, yo, my man only had enough gas for 2-3 years and then just he's puttering now. And how crazy is that? He's puttering fucking with some of the best stars in the world. JPS World. You can make a very plausible argument that Cody was the reason for their peak, and now that he's gone, they decline. Yo, I mean, you can, because not for nothing. Even though I gave Cody a lot of shit for leaving AEW, because I was like, yo, you made this. This is your baby, and the first chance you got, you turn your back on him, and you went to the competition. Cody Rhodes is winning, and AEW is losing, and the only dynamic was Cody Rhodes left. And maybe it was creative differences or whatever the case may be. Maybe they wanted Cody Rhodes to step back and write the stories, and he didn't want to do that. He wanted to wrestle. Maybe that's why he left. I don't know. But listen, bro, what he was doing had people watching, like the fucking Dark Order, the Exalted One, before Luke Harper came in there. I forgot. I forgot his AEW name. But before the Exalted One got there, yo, the Dark Order was going crazy. You had Cody Rhodes with his wife. You even had Lambert with the MMA guys. The fucking Jericho by himself, and then Jericho with the Inner Circle. The Elite, the Lucha Bros. Yo, they gave Private Party, Brody Lee, thank you. They gave Private Party a victory over the Young Bucks. I don't know how they didn't give them the tag team titles, but yo, they had so much shit that was so different from WWE. It was like, you want to watch wrestling, come to AEW. You want to watch bullshit, go to WWE. And we watched bullshit. I was watching it, Dynamite every week. I was watching it. When I got to, if I didn't watch it that Wednesday, I watched it the day after at work on Hulu or on the TBS website. How does that not like raise any eyebrows? Like, people gave Tony Khan so much credit for doing all this shit when it first came out. They were on his dick. But where's his credit now? Where's his stories now? Wardlow, for fucking Christ's sake, was the big draw. And all he was doing was being a fucking bodyguard for MJF. Come on, man. And we're gonna discuss the Vince McMahon documentary. I got up to the beginning of episode 4, so I'm not fully done yet. But I was talking to Show about it, and this was the Montreal, not the Montreal Screwjob. This is when Sable sued the WWE for $110 million over she didn't feel comfortable doing all the stuff she did. So basically, like sexual harassment. When the case was dropped, Sable came back to the WWE. She was hired. I don't know if y'all remember, but she was like Stephanie McMahon's assistant. This was when Stephanie was the GM of SmackDown. And they went right into Vince McMahon and Sable having an affair or some kind of sexual innuendo and all this other shit. And they just over-sexualized Sable again. And it was one of those things like, yo, he used real life to make this shit a story. And when CM Punk and the Elite, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega had that fight backstage and no one took advantage of this shit, you know how much money they would have made if they would have had CM Punk and FTR versus the Young Bucks and Omega. After that, imagine All In Wembley. Omega, CM Punk, Young Bucks, FTR, 6-man tag. How many more people would have bought that just to see that match? When Matt Hardy came back after he left because Edge took Lita and he got into that little scuffle with Edge, everybody was watching like, oh, this is real. They're going to let him fight. Blah, blah, blah. And then Matt Hardy broke his face on the turnbuckle by accident, but still, it was still like, yo, we want to be in that real shit. It's like, yo, they could have made so much money having that. And I was telling shows like, yo, that's the problem with Khan now. He didn't take advantage of that, but he didn't take advantage of a lot of shit. There was a lot of people that came in big and just Ruby Soho, she came in huge. She was on fire. She got a title shot and never saw her again. She went from catering to WWE to catering to AEW. I wonder who has better food. Stephanie even cut a backstage promo about Sable lawsuit. Yeah, she did. She said it. Like, yo, she fucking sued you and me for sexual harassment and you got her back? Shit. Come on, man. I'm not saying like these people had to be, yo, Keith Lee, I don't know what's up with Keith Lee. I don't know if it was his health or they just didn't want to use him or whatever. But Miro, definitely. Miro was big, especially when he found that he was gifted by the gods and people were like he was better than everybody else and he fought yo, the names in AEW piss me off because a lot of them have multiple names. The dude on site, Eddie Kingston, there you go. When he fought Eddie Kingston says, yo, you got a weak neck, and then they went after it was like, this is pretty cool. And then he still won, and you see Miro is like, oh, he's not a machine, but he's able to still persevere over the next shit. That was fucking dope. And then fucking he's gone. He loses the title, nothing happens to him. Like, I don't even know if they show him anymore. Scorpio Sky won the fucking brass ring 3 times in a row, and they did nothing with. Like, they gave him a Lakers TNT championship, and he's no longer to be seen. I think he did something with Mercedes. I don't know, bro. I'm not getting the vibe that he did something with Mercedes, but I'm getting the vibe that Mercedes didn't like the way he operated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was one of those things where her patience with her character was a lot shorter than most people's, and she was like, yo, fuck this. If you're gonna talk to me like I ain't shit and you're gonna treat me like I ain't shit, then I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you do. Yo, listen, we talk about Mercedes and her promos in AEW or whatever the case may be, but when someone stands up for themselves and says, I'm going to take a shot at myself because y'all motherfuckers are not appreciating what I can do for you, you got to give her credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Because she walked out on the biggest wrestling company there was and then became a bigger name than she would have been in the WWE. Because granted, she did one season of the Mandalorian with the WWE, but she went overseas. She's got her own business now. She's doing this. She's making a lot more money with Tony Khan. She's doing a lot more public appearances now. She's going to almost every Boston game. She's trying to become a celebrity. She's doing interviews with the Breakfast Club, with a bunch of people that not a lot of wrestlers get to do interviews with. They're asking her the same fucking questions, and she's giving different answers. Which, I mean, like, you gotta watch the interview she did before, so that way you can't keep asking the same fucking questions. But you know, you gotta give it to her. She did it with the backing of Tony Khan and the train of momentum that she had when she left, she definitely stepped up, because when we saw Bret Hart leave WWE, he took so long to join WCW that all that momentum of him leaving and going to WCW was gone. People that heat dried it cooled down too much. So his impact in WCW wasn't as big as they thought it was gonna be. But when Sasha left, Mercedes left, she instantly went to Japan. You know, like she took some time off, but she went to Japan. She won the championship over in Japan. She had the tournament and she hurt her ankle with Willow, but then she went to AEW. You know, and then she won the title in AEW. She won the title she was supposed to win in Japan in AEW. Now she's 2-time champion, and she's doing all these appearances with the Red Sox games, the Boston Celtics games, all these interviews. She's got her own shit going. Like she's really took advantage of the freedom of the creativeness of her own person, not even her own character. Because if you look, let's be real. If you take a look and you really analyze the shit, she has invested more in the creation of who she is outside of the world of wrestling than who she is in AEW. You know what I'm saying? You haven't watched what yet? The Vince McMahon documentary? Or the interview? I haven't seen the interview with the Breakfast Club. I just seen the part where she was talking about she didn't like the way Vince McMahon was talking to her, or they were talking down to her and shit like that. Which I completely understand that. But if you look, I think she's doing a lot more character building for the outside of of who she is than her wrestling. Which, not for nothing, she can take advantage of it, because with how big she is in wrestling, she can coast for a while and become a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, if you don't like it,
Go suck a motherfucking dick. Suck a dick, suck a huge or small dick.
Yeah, my everybody.
what's going on, Gigi?
What's going on?
Gigi's in the building.
Yes, sir. Le Gigi. Le
Is in the
Gigi
building.
in the building.
What did your shirt say? It's such a good day to what?
Well, in good old-fashioned spirits and all, and after watching a fluffer of a Netflix series, I am wearing the Vince McMahon. This is such good shit. This is such good shit. All right.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, today.
I'm on the beginning of episode 4.
I binged the whole thing today.
I was trying to at work, but it didn't work.
I had the day off, so as soon as I came home from dropping my child off, I was like, and this is where we're gonna start the rest of our day until it's done, and then I will do whatever other chores I'm supposed to be doing in my own crib.
Nah, I hear you.
I was like, it's my day off. I'm not doing shit. I'm not washing clothes. I got Monday.
Word. Okay, that means you deserve a chill day.
You know? That's
Word.
what I was saying.
Shit, I was talking about Dynamite yesterday. I didn't watch the show, but I was looking at the results. How did Darby Allin get a title shot to give Moxley?
Oh, one of the last matches that he had, there was like a tournament at one point, that Darby Allin won.
After All In?
I think so.
Because if I was not mistaken, didn't he die in the casket at All In?
Yes, but you're talking about his match with Jack Perry.
Yes.
So give me a second. I'm trying to figure out exactly who he defeated. But long story short, he basically was entered in the title. He basically won. He was the next person in line to have a title match with Danielson. However,
he lost to Moxley.
Yeah, he lost to Moxley.
I was trying to explain the whole story from All In to now with Bryan Danielson winning the title, Moxley choking him out with the bag, Darby Allin losing the TNT championship. He's the number one contender. And then now Moxley's the number one contender because he beat Darby Allin and McGuinness was getting the title shot before everybody. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know. Like, my brain was on some, these pieces don't fit together. I can't make this picture. I was like the monkey in Homer Simpson's brain, just bing, 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 bing. I'm like, I don't know what happened, but I saw it. It happened.
So I'm still trying to get the answer.
I hear
I'm doing like a million things. I have my screen full over here because I've been like kind of squinting my eyes lately. And I got a couple other things that I'm working on over here with my tablet. So I'm multitasking over here. Darby Allin title shot. Who did he go against? See, because the thing is that I write Darby Allin and all I get is Darby Allin takes on Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
Darby won the title shot a while ago by winning the Royal Rampage. So that's what it was. Ha, that's funny. I don't think he's up to that part yet, Damien.
Yeah, no. I was trying to like remember like when the fuck did Steve Austin talk about concussion?
Yeah. It's part of the Vince McMahon documentary.
Okay.
Of their talks about concussions because they actually talk about Chris Benoit.
Okay.
So if you haven't gotten to that particular part yet, I think that might be in episode 5.
The part that I just finished was they just finished Owen Hart's death and Sable suing them for $110 million.
And then for her to only end up working
back
for sexual harassment nonetheless.
Yes.
And then
that's the part
that she's in is basically
she's laying on
Vince McMahon and fucking making out with him.
Yeah. Yo, but the one thing, and I know we're going to talk about it when everybody gets it, but the one thing that shocked me that I didn't know was the boys. The Ring Boys.
You didn't know about the Ring Boys?
I did not know about the Ring Boys. I heard about the women with Moolah. I never heard about the Ring Boys.
I've heard it before, but because it was never really brought to light. You know what I'm saying? Like I've forgotten about it. I've heard about it though. I definitely heard about it because there was a lot of backlash when Pat Patterson passed away. There was some backlash about him. I was like, you know what they always say, they never want the dead to rest.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, shit, they're still bringing up shit from Michael Jackson.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't let the dead rest. So when Pat Patterson passed away, there was some things that kind of came up about it and stuff. And I read into it, but then there was a lot of people that were defending Pat Patterson about it. Wait, what was that comment? I didn't see it.
It said this documentary about Vince McMahon kind of answered some of my questions that I had when all the stuff came out about Vince.
See, for me, well, I want to wait for the rest of the guys to get here to see what they say.
I didn't know that Vince McMahon's mother molested him either.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
And the crazy shit is he says, oh, you got abused, you put that shit behind you, keep moving forward. But then they show so many examples of him abusing other people. Sexually and all other shit in the stories. It's like, bro. I don't know if he knows who he is.
But he said that. He said that. He was like, for a while, I didn't know who I was. Because, you know, it's perception is reality. And for a while, it bothered him because he didn't know who he was. Because of the way people the way that people had a perception over him. And how he conducted himself as Mr. McMahon. And a lot of it was, you know, blurred lines. So, and then we said it before too, like how many of his storylines was closer to real life situations?
Yeah.
Because a lot of part of the documentary, a lot of people ask, well, what's the difference between Vince McMahon and Mr. McMahon as a character? And they said
they're completely opposite. Everybody was like, bullshit. That's him. It's like, well, that's like, 100% him.
That's Vince McMahon just turned all the way up to 1,000. And it's like a lot of, oh shit, I'm like in and out of focus because I'm doing my hair. Okay. All right. A lot of it was just, I don't know, man. I feel like some of the stuff we already knew.
Yeah.
The steroid use, the steroid cases, the doctor that was involved in it, the rivalry of WCW and him, and how he always just acknowledged Ted Turner and not really acknowledge Eric Bischoff, because Eric Bischoff was the one that was really doing the damage. Is just that Ted Turner was basically the one signing the checks and he wasn't really involved. And all he kept doing was focusing all that Vince was doing was focusing on Ted Turner. Turner, because Ted Turner is the bigger name to go after.
And the money. Because even Eric Bischoff said it. He was like, you would have to admit that you're losing to somebody who had no business being in the wrestling industry. I know Vince wasn't going to do that. Shit.
But I, you know, where's Ray? I thought he would be here right now.
He went to go hang out with his friends. Apparently he's better than all of us. He said he's going to be late because he got to film a promo. My man interviews one TNA star now.
He wants to fill promos and do promos on the day he's supposed to be here on the show.
Yep. That's crazy. This fucking guy. But yo, you know what's funny? They haven't mentioned Vince Russo. But if you watch the death of WCW, Vince Russo's part in that was he tried to do the slap shit that in WCW with the over-sexualization and all that other stuff. And then you watch all the examples that Vince McMahon had on the Attitude Era. It's like, wait a minute. So who's really the person that's behind this? Vince Russo or Vince McMahon? Because all the credit's going to Vince. And then when Vince Russo tried to do it in WCW, it failed.
Because it was different. I mean, Vince Russo had his hand on a lot of things at the time. Man, it's just, there's no mention of Vince Russo in this documentary. Revisiting Diddy. I'm weak.
Damien, I think the reason why they didn't go into the snooker thing so much is because
they're not focusing on snooker.
Yeah.
They're focusing on Vince McMahon.
And also, I don't think they would have got an answer. They probably did ask him, but they probably the answer was probably, I'm not answering that. You know what I'm saying? Like Vince ain't gonna talk about that.
That happened so long ago.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you have to think about it. Dark Side of the Ring already pretty much covered that portion, and the only reason why they weren't so focused on Jimmy Snuka is because they can't really pin Vince on that now.
Yeah.
Netflix did a fucking thing. They made Vince McMahon look more like a villain than what he already is. Netflix is infamous for doing things like that. Their documentaries are pretty good. I'm not going to say that they're not. But was this on the level of like Tiger King? No. Not for Netflix.
No.
It really wasn't.
It did make it seem like they sugarcoated it. Like, I didn't want to have an opinion on how they made Vince look until they got to the point where they're talking about the now shit. You know, with him being in court now and all that. But it's crazy how the female referee goes on TV, explains how Vince raped him. And everyone's like, you just wanted to be on TV. Like, yo, wow. So, no one even batted an eye to say that this bitch was bullshitting.
And then you have to think about it this way. During that time, different era of how women were looked at and how men are looked at. Because at this era, Vince McMahon is a multimillionaire entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right.
He's the biggest thing in wrestling.
Right. Not only that though, but he was also a family man. So when you put like the wife as the shield, I wouldn't do that. I'm married. It's my beautiful wife here.
Yeah.
That's the shield. So in that day and era, you have to think about it. A lot of the times, women were pretty much looked at as creatures that are just looking to get the bag. Yeah. And it's sucky because it's been said that, you know, this has been done. Because we never saw another female wrestler until very recently.
Yeah. Another female ref, yeah. I believe it happened in another organization. Wasn't it TNA that had the?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. We need Raymond here for that.
Because the thing is, she wasn't a referee for that long for me to even realize that there was a female referee back in those days.
All right.
But it was easy. I mean, it was crazy to see how easy it was for every time something happened to Vince. Everybody's like, nah, couldn't happen. Nah,
Vince wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Vince wouldn't do that.
Nah.
Vince wouldn't do that at all.
Nah. And then the Ring Boys, y'all. I don't know who the fuck the other two people were, but when the guy was talking about Pat Patterson, and then Tony Atlas was like, "Yeah, I hated Pat Patterson. He kept grabbing my pecker every time I was in the shower." I was like,
"Oh yeah." So that was like, yo, pause for one moment.
Yeah.
Can we talk about why was Tony Atlas wearing a sleeveless button-up with a tie? Every time they have this man, I'm just like, foot fetish boy. All right, talk to me. And then I'm just like, but why is he wearing a button-up with no sleeves? Why is this a sleeveless but they make sleeveless button-ups like this?
Oh, I would wear them. I know.
I didn't know what to do. I just sat there and just like, Tony Atlas, where are your sleeves?
You know what's funny? Like, just hearing him speak, that looked natural to me. It looked natural. I was like, when you pointed, I was like, yo, it was a button. It was a sleeveless button up.
It was a sleeveless button-up shirt.
Like, he's so country.
With a tie. My man had a whole fucking tie with his sleeveless button-up shirt. Like,
mad country.
Is that what they do in the country? They just wear sleeveless button-ups?
I guess so,
Going
like
to an interview with a sleeveless button-up?
Yep, like it's like Rick Vaughn from the fucking Major Leagues. That's his button up. He lent it to Tony Atlas so he could look professional in this interview.
That is fucking hilarious. I was just like
that. Just realizing that shit, I was like, damn, yeah, nah. I fucked up in my head. I'm like, nah, it's just some country shit, I guess. That's Tony Atlas all the way.
We're going with. It's just some country shit. All right.
Or some strong country shit.
BRB, folks.
All right. But yeah, man, I don't know how you could be in the shower and a man grabs your dick and you don't hit him. Like, I don't want to say I understand because Pat Patterson was the second highest man in the company, and Vince, it was believed that Vince would have fired you because he needed Pat Patterson more than he needed you. That's what Tony Atlas said. But how? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how, like, I don't know. I wasn't raised to let people take advantage of you because they're in a higher position. And I know like quid pro quo and all that other shit happens in the workplace and it's not uncommon, but it's still like in my head, I can't register. I cannot register how someone can take advantage of these people so just like that. And it was almost, he said it like it was natural. He said like, oh, he grabs everybody's dick. Like what? Like what? How? Yo, because Bret Hart was married, and Bret Hart. See, this is the thing, Damien. Everyone mentions Sonny with Bret because I think Sonny was like in a relationship with Bret, like on the low, like that was his work wife type shit. But then he was just Sonny might have just been fucking HBK. But also, Bret is supposed to be this good guy. Bret is supposed to be Captain Canada, the version of Captain America. And when the Captain America shows some fault, they go after him hard. Because remember, back in them days, HBK was all kind of fucked up. So just because he's fucking somebody, he's like, that's just added to the list. But Bret Hart's supposed to be this clean cut fucking model citizen, and now he's doing one thing bad. Whoop, hold it against him for life. That's how life is, man. You could do one thing. You could live your entire life a good person. Just one little fucking thing. Boom. Now that you're that forever. People could do the same shit, but because you're supposed to be better than them or you held yourself better than them, it's your fault now. And I think that's why everybody says that against Bret, because you can't really say much about Bret in the wrestling industry that we know of, because that's the only thing that came to light. You know what I'm saying? Like, from what everybody was saying, like, Bret is this clean cut best wrestler in the world. He was straight up with people. People liked him. He tried to protect everybody, this, that, and the third. And he got that one little mark on him. And he's never going to get clean of that. He's never going to get clean of that. Every documentary has to talk about sunny days. That's like the Montreal screw job for him. That's like part one of the Montreal screw job. Sunny days. You know, but yeah, that's what sucks about shit. You could be the best man you possibly be. You make one fuck up, it's held against you for life. No matter what you do afterwards, too, held against you for life. And I'm not talking about, you know, there's people that fuck up all the time and then they say, oh, it's just one thing and you found out. No, I'm talking about the one guy try to do the best he can, you know, he treats everybody right, blah, 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 and then he falls into some temptation and some hot chick was like, hey, you want a pee-pee touch? And he's like, you know something? I think I deserve a pee-pee touch. Why can't I get a pee-pee touch? Everybody else got their pee-pee touch, and then boom, now you're on candid camera. Fucking, what's his name's coming out? the dude from Catch a Predator is like, oh, so you want your pee-pee touch, huh? You bring a bag of cologne and a bottle of candy. Oh, what was the candy for, huh? What was the gloves for, huh? Aren't you married? We're gonna put you in the paper. It was like, but she's doing it to HBK right now. It don't matter. He never said that he was a good guy. That's my reasoning. I don't know the real reason, but that's what I'm speculating. I used to be Batman when I was growing. But yeah, man, going back to that shit. I don't know how a grown man is perfectly fine with another grown man grabbing his dick unwelcomed.
I feel weird, very weird right now.
Just me saying that, or just like you feel a spirit in you?
Yeah, I know. I'm right. Like I'm saging right now in my little area. No, so I just killed a lantern bug in this room.
Oh, I weird like this. I know how you feel.
And I'm like low key itchy, all of a sudden.
Yep.
And
Body went into defense mode.
Remember last week or something like that? A lantern bug literally fell and landed on me, and I broke my chain because of it.
Yeah.
And then just when I was just getting up to check on my kid, I just happened to like get up, and I was like, "The fuck is that?" And I see the little nigga just chilling there, and I'm like, "There's a lantern bug in here."
Yep. You're going to war against lantern bugs now. Yo, listen, I just started feeling it. I don't know if you noticed. I'm looking around. I'm like,
yo, that nigga was just chilling on the floor. And thank God I have like some of my kid's old sneakers that doesn't fit her that I was trying to donate or something else. And then the only thing I kept thinking was, please do not jump far. Because these niggas have ninja-like fucking flexes that, you think you're fast? They're like, nah, nigga, I'm faster. They're like the Speedy Gonzalez of fucking bugs, man.
Yep.
And then when they fly, you're like, oh my God, you're not supposed to fly anymore.
Word.
So,
This is I'm fucking panicking.
Yo, for real. And then I'm just like, now I'm like looking at this, because I normally have a sheet. If I'm wearing shorts and stuff, I normally have like a sheet here, so it doesn't bother me as much, or like my skin sticking to the chair.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, are there any more in there? Because it's on the floor. I don't have it here. So now I'm like, now I just want to grab the shoe and just start like chopping it up like a fucking meat tenderizer. Just like, if you die in there, you die.
Word.
He dies.
Shit. Now I'm trying to imagine you find it, you kill it, you sit back down, you got the sage. Another man touching another man's dick. What?
That's why I was like, he's talking about Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
Getting his dick touched by Pat Patterson.
And he said it like that shit was normal. He said that shit like, we smack each other's ass every once in a while.
No, but he said that he didn't like it.
I can imagine, but he didn't do nothing about it. Like, I understand.
But listen, they asked him, didn't you complain about it? And the guy, Tony Atlas, looked at him, laughed at him. Like, genuinely laughed at him. Like, you don't know shit.
Yeah, Vince needs Pat more than me.
Like,
could have fired Tony.
You clearly did not do your research on this. Like,
complain.
I'll complain to Vince. Oh yeah, let me complain to Vince and lose my job.
Yeah, it very similar to what Mercedes said at the Breakfast Club.
She said something along those lines.
Yeah,
like she didn't like being spoken down to. She didn't like that the way of the approach was. But then again, with Mercedes, right? And not to say that she might be in the wrong for saying things, right? We weren't there.
That's right. I mean,
we weren't there.
Ray might have been there.
Were you there?
Ray was there. Ray was there.
Ray, were you there?
That's why
Were
he's sweating.
you there?
That's why he's sweating, because he just came back from there.
I could have been there. Where was I at?
What's
Allegedly?
up, Ray? How's it going?
What's going on?
All right, so we're
Jesus
talking about Pat Patterson touching Tony Atlas' dick, and Mercedes Moné talking to Breakfast Club saying she didn't like being talked down to, and they couldn't complain to nobody.
And I killed a lantern bug in my room.
Yes.
Nice. I missed a lot. Goddamn. And he got a knife. Why you got a knife?
Because
I
if
don't
she
know.
got lantern bugs, I got to be ready.
Yeah,
Shit.
no, that lantern
We needed
bug.
that knife right now because I was just on location filming some things. Stay tuned.
Like
one of the locations we might have needed that knife because Jesus.
Yeah, no. I had a little lantern bug that, like, when I went to go check on my child, I just got up from the chair and I just, like, noticed.
Damn it, John.
He's not
Instantly
wearing
noticed.
his t-shirt he's supposed to,
I will wear it tomorrow. I legit just changed.
This
I
always
wasn't
been a
even wearing
tomorrow.
this. I wasn't even
You're
wearing
always
this.
saying
I just had to
this is what I'm
switch.
wearing in good old fashion.
Oh
Where I can
God.
make his arms move. Look at it.
Did y'all bring up the first?
I'm sorry.
Did y'all bring up the first sentence he says in the documentary, saying, "Oh, I can't tell you guys all the stories. I don't want you to know how I really am."
No.
Yes.
Not knowing
Because
what was about to come out, like that shit is wild.
Because the thing is, like, we jumped to a section because it was like everybody's gonna come on, we're gonna talk about it, but I just wanted to talk about this one thing real quick.
Because
bro, there were so many clips to touch on because it's like, damn, Stone Cold, why you gotta say that about CT?
Well, I'm only on episode 4, like in the beginning of episode 3, no 3 or 4.
Got you.
So
you're gonna reference I watched the whole thing today.
Okay.
Ray, are you done with it?
I'm on the like the middle of 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I watched the whole thing from beginning to end.
I tried to get through the whole thing, but I had the interview and all that, so I didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, I didn't
like right at the cusp of 6, but still, just that was the clip. I didn't even get to watch the documentary yet, and I saw that on the internet. I was like, he didn't say that. Then I saw the clip. I was like, oh, he said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn
Stone
it.
Cold said that he doesn't. So that way, when you get up to that episode, Stone Cold says that he doesn't believe in CTE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually said that, and I was like, "There's no way. This must have taken out of context." Nope.
I mean, yo, listen, bro.
He might, but you know what? I'll give him that. He might not believe in it. Doesn't mean it's not a thing.
Well, I don't know enough to defend him, but I think his reckoning is I had enough concussions and I don't have an issue.
Yeah, but
that doesn't mean that you shouldn't believe.
Yeah, I mean,
it. Like,
to me, it's like if you were a scientist studying brain waves and how the brain works and all that, and you said that, okay, cool, you have some merit. But you legitimately have no education in the brain and how it functions. Like we've seen Chris Benoit's shit. He was an 80-year-old with fucking Alzheimer's. At what? He died at 38, 40 something. Like this man's brain was destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
The football players, all of them were fucked up. They have concussion protocols now.
Yeah, they had to instill that because if not, bro, it's and again, like I said, it could be a thing of, hey, yes, you might not believe in it. You might just think, oh, I'm good. But brother, especially his generation, that they were taking fucking chair shots straight to the dome. Like, even I don't know if y'all saw the interview Ken Shamrock did with Chris Van Vliet. He wanted Rock to lay into him. Yeah. Because he wanted to feel something.
Well, he said it. He goes, if you hit me like a bitch, I'm not going to sell it.
So it's like...
But then he forgot who hit him.
And bro, that's a problem. That there's a lot of people in the business that's like, oh, if I don't feel it, I won't sell. It's like, no, learn how to sell it without having to fucking feel something.
Yeah,
that's how people get fucking injured.
This isn't a fight. This is a wrestling match.
Well, that's the thing. It's breaking. Fuck it at this point. It is simulated combat. That's what professional wrestling is.
Well,
So if you're not able to fucking simulate what that looks like without having to legitimately hurt or get hurt, you're not trained. Go back to training.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You're not pulling back any curtain with that, because if you can't tell that somebody's standing after getting punched in the face 4 or 5 times after watching a boxing match where people get knocked out with a jab, you, my friend, are listening to the wrong podcast. You need help.
Hey, it's still real to someone.
No.
Damn it.
Trust me. It is. I'm not saying the F word. It is real.
No.
But
I'm just saying to someone. Like,
in reality,
yeah.
You kick someone in the face.
Yeah,
as
they're not
clean
getting up
as
in 2
Sean
seconds.
does.
Yeah.
You're not getting. You saw that little girl get kicked in the face, and she got up. Oh, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, but there are people that believe. Again, I love professional wrestling. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I've trained in this. I'm in the business. I do all this. I love wrestling. But to know the degree of, again, this is simulated combat. Yes, there is a legitimate side to it. Yes, you can get hurt. Yes, there's this. But
you will get hurt.
You will. Unfortunately, you will. With everything that's done in this. But to then disgrade it and say this isn't part of it, it's like, brother. Like,
yeah.
Anything, any sport like this, is going to lead to something, unfortunately. And especially this, where a lot of it is, unfortunately, because of the fucking dues and all that, you are landing on your back and your head a lot. Especially when you're in your early stages of this.
Yeah.
Where I still say now, and I haven't fucking trained and been in a fucking actual situation like that in good over 3-4 years. My neck still hurts at times. There's a lot of shit I probably have fogged up because of taking bumps on my head. That it's like, yeah, this isn't supposed to be a thing. You know?
Nah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, so what we spoke about with the thing was that I wanted to get was,
Right.
I didn't know about the Ring Boys. Pat Patterson and.
What Ring Boys? Like the
boys that they were molesting.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know. I'd never heard of that before. And then
that was the biggest thing.
Before the steroids scandal.
There was a lot of stuff that between all that is just like people heard but never wanted to think it was true. And that was one of them, like, because they were like, oh no, they're just saying this because he was homosexual. That was the biggest thing. It's like,
Yeah,
people are just saying that because this.
I think I was raised by lunatics then. Because my son says that shit, I'm going after him. No ends or buts. And also, if I'm in the shower and Pat Patterson grabs my dick, guess I'm grabbing his throat and I'm gonna fucking slam him on the ground. You can't. That's not acceptable.
Oh yeah. Agreed.
Even if you grab the woman, it's not acceptable. And then, but Tony is talking like that shit happened every Tuesday night.
Also, let's also be realistic. No offense to Tony Atlas, but Tony Atlas is also not fully. My guy likes women to step on his face. So Tony Atlas is.
Listen, I was at the
Gigi, you muted.
I forgot I muted it that way. Yeah. No, that's why.
Listen,
Tony Atlas is a foot guy.
Yeah, Tony Atlas is not all fully there either.
Listen, I was at the dentist. This woman had her hand in my mouth, and I was like, you know something? This is the most sensual what we got for a while. I can see why Tony Atlas.
No. But
step on my face,
legit. He does that at conventions. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No.
He has an option. People can pay because women now know that like he's into that shit.
Yeah.
And you can pay to step on his motherfucker's face. And
but none of it said grab his dick.
What happened?
None of it said grab his dick.
You know he's getting off to that shit though. You know he is.
Yeah, hey, listen. That's between him and his preacher. I just don't know how. Like, no one else said anything about Pat Patterson grabbing his dick, but I don't know how he wasn't jabbed. Like, cause it breaks my brain.
Yeah,
you walked around a little feminine. People whooped your ass when I was growing up.
Yeah,
my man is legitimately grabbing and touching.
But again, It's hard because again, there has been cases where they've said it, but it's also a thing of it's still allegedly.
At the same time,
it's still allegedly at this point because no one is fucking, unfortunately, shown shit. We're going off Tony
right.
Atlas.
There's no hard evidence to show that Pat's holding a cock in his hand.
Like it's the scenario. You know what makes it worse? Because again, it doesn't defend the situation, but it's the worst scenario of fuck. This guy died how many years ago now?
Yeah.
And
so there's nothing to
I
rebut.
literally said that it sucks because at the same time it's like nobody lets the dead rest.
Yeah. Which again, if he did this though, and these are a lot of cases, especially of younger workers and all that, then again, that's a fucking piece of shit move, and that's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't only him; it was the other two people that got.
Well, yeah. But it's a
still.
scenario of that's like if that did occur, it's seriously a sad situation, a sick situation. The problem is again, no one fucking knows.
You know what?
Or if the ones that do know aren't willing to fucking speak up about it, and that's the worst issue.
I was talking to my coworker. I was like, "Yo, you hear that?" And you start really like, "Yo, a lot of boys got molested back in the 90s."
Yeah, man. You know what the thing is? You know what the thing is? A lot of people didn't want to speak on it because if you spoke, especially let's say this, if you were a guy in that scenario, you feel like, oh, if I say something, I look weak. I look gay. I look like this.
Yeah.
Even though it's a situation of, no, speak up because this isn't a right fucking scenario. Like no one should have to fucking feel like, oh, I have to take this, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. But you also have to put into content of the era that we were in.
Yeah.
How things were perceived during that time. Because and it's crazy that Vince McMahon said this, and I was like, fuck, I agree with the guy. You can't take what was okay back then into the content that we are in today's date. Because back then, things were different.
Yeah.
Now, shit like that wouldn't, like bra and panties match. People getting molested. People getting sexually assaulted and sexual misconduct is happening.
Yeah.
A lot of that shit's not going to fly in nowadays, right? But back in the day, it was looked upon as if you're just trying to get money, you're just trying to get fame, you're just trying to get this, you're just trying to get that. It wasn't looked upon as a serious matter because who are these people that's making these allegations? Oh, they're nobodies. So therefore, they're just looking for a quick payout. And that is the sad mentality that was perceived back then because it was all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah. And the baby oil.
And it's sad because even now, like I remember when the allegations to stick on McMahon, when the allegations started here, instantly people started saying, oh, she's probably just looking for money.
Yeah.
Because a lot of fucking IWC started saying that.
They didn't bat an eye with that shit.
I was like, damn. Like, and that's a scenario with a lot of celebrities. The minute someone comes out, oh, it has to be for money. For fucking this dude, Kang, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
When that scenario happened, oh, she's just trying to get money. Now, then there also is the instance of the Johnny Depp case.
Well, I mean, Kang, Kang only got proven for technicality, right?
Well, it's a scenario of it's like they want.
I get it. Yeah. Well, because it's sad to say, but it's like those allegations should be taken serious. Yeah. But there were a lot of times that they were taken serious, and the wrong person got punished for them.
Yeah. Well, again, like I was about to say, the Johnny Depp scenario.
Yeah.
Where that almost ruined his career, and then we go into it, and it's like, oh, wait a second. There's more into this. Which again, that is also why
it is her.
Like no, and that's the thing. Like that's why we're supposed to have a fucking judicial system, but unfortunately, at times, it doesn't do its job, and that's a scenario where it has to. When it's cases like this and it's situations like that, there has to be that investigation, and unfortunately, with most when it's powers like this,
and
the right people don't speak up.
Also, the thing is a lot of the times it's he said, she said.
Yep.
You know, and when you have money talks and bullshit walks.
Yeah. And Vince McMahon was a man to have a lot of money. You know, there was a lot of, here's the thing. There's a lot of back stories as to, you're talking to essentially Vince's top guys.
Yeah.
All right, you're talking to your Stephanie McMahon, your Shane McMahon, your Triple H, your Undertaker, your Stone Cold, Cody, corporate niggas in a way. People who are willing to protect the business versus those who don't really care about protecting the business. They care about protecting themselves. But in the sense of you protecting yourself, you're going to lose the liability of what your paycheck is going to come in and day out. And those people are the extra producers in the back, or the extra people in the back that I don't know your name. You don't look that important here. We're just going to move on to the next person. And those are the people who they probably should have interviewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the issue too. Like, look at how Tony even said it. Who am I supposed to tell? He was the booker.
Yeah. And he's like, what, Vince?
Scenario?
He needed Pat more than he needed me.
No, and the issue is that, unfortunately, and this is something where there's 9 times out of 10 where there's scenarios like that in this business, where it's like, how can I tell about this person? Because if it's an agent, or if it's this, or if it's that it's like, who am I going to tell? Because if I tell them, I might lose a booking. And it's sad because it's like, wait a second, you'd rather keep a booking over this? And there's a sad situation. There's times where you have to, for anyone that's in the business, really look at your morals, man. Especially. Because there are situations where, fuck, I get it. Everyone's trying to make $1. Everyone's trying to make it in this business. Sometimes you have to stand up when you see situations. And again, it doesn't always have to be sexual either. But there's situations where you have to fucking step up and stop worrying about, oh, am I going to lose a booking for this? And actually be a genuine person. Shit, I did it once. It wasn't a sexual situation, but it was a situation that unfortunately, it cost me a position. And I don't fucking regret it, because it's a scenario where sometimes you have to do situations like that. You have to fucking, even if it's something where it's like, fuck, I know what this is going to do. And if it's right, you got to fucking do it.
Doing the right thing is the hardest thing to do sometimes.
It is, but it's also a situation like this where there's so many cases like this. Like this whole documentary, yes. When you watch the rest of it, you're going to notice, oh, we knew a lot about this shit already. It's like, yeah. The problem is there's a lot more that we don't know, because they're never going to get those real answers.
Yeah.
The start of that documentary tells us all. Oh, I can't tell you the real stories.
Yeah.
You know how many people in that documentary probably know the real stories and aren't going to tell us shit? This is why I also say...
Oh, they all said that same shit. Hogan was like, you're never going to get the real shit. You're not going to get all of it. You're going to get some of it.
Bro,
what people want you to know. You're not getting all of it.
Yo, I know you love Hogan. But what the fuck was he doing when they were getting ready for the cameras? What the fuck was that guy? What the fuck was he doing? He was fixing his hairpiece?
Hey.
I was like, but no, that's the issue too, man. That it's like, bro. And that's why I always say when it comes to this, because everyone, like when it comes to celebrities and shit like this, shit, even now the Diddy situation. Oh, how could he ever do something like that? Y'all don't know these people.
Oh yeah, when they got power. That's the thing. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. That's the saying. But it's real easy for the quid pro quo shit.
Yep.
You know, and that was a lot of the stuff that was going on. You do for me, I do for you. And when Tony Atlas turned around and said, "Who was I gonna tell Vince? He needed Pat Patterson more than he needed me. I was gonna be gone." that is not an yo. Listen, I understand the logic behind it, but that is not an excuse to allow someone to do some shit to you.
Not at all. Like,
and and that's fucked up, bro. I can't get past these boys.
Yeah, man.
I can't get past that.
You
like,
know
I
what's
heard
sad?
what happened with Moolah did with the women.
Yeah,
but I can't get past it. Like,
bro,
and
the sad
and
situation
it was glossed over by everybody that they interviewed.
Because you know what the sad part is? The reason why it's so like, because it's still probably happening to this day. Not saying in the WWE.
No, yeah.
I'm just saying it's still a thing that is still possibly happening. And people know that unfortunately there is a lot of sick motherfuckers and sick individuals where you hear it every other week. Yeah, all good, bro. There's still a situation where on an independent level, fucking major level, there are people that are willing to do some fucking scummy shit for this shit, man. And they use the fucking idea of, oh, fucking this person wants to be a part of this. Or, oh, what are you willing to do? Like, nah, man, I get it. Everyone wants to be a part of this business. But nah. Like, I will say this, and I've said it. Anything I have gained in this business or have done or the positions I've gotten is because of my own merit. I've never, ever even considered doing some remote fucking shit like that. And if it were ever offered to me, luckily it is not. Motherfucker, I would. This is why we have these. Fucking so-and-so said this, so-and-so said this person was there. Like, man, this is the unfortunate side of the business, and this is what a lot of these things do. And I get it. A lot of people that saw the documentary weren't too fond because they felt, oh, we already knew a lot of this. Yes, but it still needed to be said. A lot of this stuff, this is more for the people that aren't as familiar. I would say this documentary was not for the wrestling fan. This documentary was not for people in wrestling. This was not a documentary. If you know WWE and you know like the current state of wrestling, this documentary probably wasn't for you. Because you knew most of this. Or especially if you watch a podcast like this documentary was not for you. Because we already talked about all this. We already knew all this. A lot of this is unfortunately common knowledge, which is sad because it's a lot of fucked up shit that's just like, yeah, we knew about this, or we heard about this, or we've spoken about this. And it's a situation of this was more to be able to tell other people. Because again, it's on Netflix. So millions and millions and billions and whatever the fuck users they have are watching like, oh, I want to learn about Vince McMahon. And then it's like, oh. Stuff like that, you know? That's a scenario of giving that perspective to others, not just to those that are into the yeah, bro, because they knew. Boris, there's a lot of people you start noticing instantly, certain people that are very opinionated on situations like this and are quick to talk about situations like this. The people that are talking about it are people that know they're squeaky clean. Bro, Kat said it best. Kat went to everyone because he knew what skeletons he has in his closet. Who's going to find something? Everything that he's done is out there. Yes, he's been to prison. Yes, he did this. Yes, he did this. He got knocked out by a kid. It's out there. But there's nothing that they were going to bring up that's like, oh, you're talking about this and then you did this. It's like, no, there's nothing they could bring up for Kat. That's why Kat fucking, bro, that Club Shay Shay interview, he let everyone have it.
Yeah.
Everyone. Because he knew there was nothing they were going to bring up that's like, hey, but you did this. Nope. There's nothing.
Yo, what were you talking about? I walked past and I heard you say something like, it was never offered to me, but I wouldn't do it anyway. Like, what was you talking about with that?
Oh, no. Because I'm saying, because because being in the business, right?
Yeah.
I've been in wrestling now, give or take 9 years. And everything I've earned, I've earned with my own merit. That none of this has ever been a situation where, thankfully, I've never been in a situation like that, where it's fucking some shit like, oh, you got to do this in order to be able to get here, you know?
Yeah.
And even if I were, I wouldn't fucking do a situation like that.
No, I hear you. I mean, like that, because when I heard that, it reminded me of when Dave Chappelle was talking to his father. And he's like, yo, you know, you got to name your price of fame.
Yeah.
And
Bro.
one, you can't get past it. Once that price becomes too high that you can't pay it, you got to get out.
Yeah. No,
And
that's the situation. It's very real that fucking there might be the day that it might fucking, hey, you gotta do this, but here's your meal ticket.
yeah.
And I still feel like I'm good.
No,
I rather have morality than fucking the riches. I rather this. That's why I say, if y'all continue to support, this is gonna be our fucking meal ticket.
yeah.
Because we're doing it our way, and no one's fucking doing anything that we're not supposed to. This is genuine friendship, genuine conversations, and genuine just us being fucking idiots on here live every Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday,
sometimes Sunday.
sometimes Sunday, depending.
Yeah.
Depending. This weekend we might do one of those because I don't think I got anything this weekend. So we might see. We might do some Fortnite on Sunday.
Word. Shit, but yeah, yo.
I may or may not be available.
Cool.
When you start getting ranked, then what's up? We need the rank victory.
Yo, bro, I was at top 2 today with my cousin. I was so pissed. I was like, motherfucker. Oh, we did rank reload, and we made it top 2. I was so pissed.
I don't know how to do that.
No, we're gonna get it to work, because if we can get in a ranked game, we can all get a ranked win.
Yeah.
We just need to get you in a rank match. But no, this whole scenario, and it's crazy. Like what I was saying when you guys weren't here, was this documentary really wasn't for us. This documentary wasn't for wrestling fans.
A lot of it we knew.
Wrestling. This was more for the people, like, again, because it's on Netflix. It's that market for people to be like, oh, I heard about this. Let me learn about it. Because that's why, bro, I saw so many complaints about, oh, we already knew this. Or, oh, I didn't like the documentary because everything was already known. It's like, yes, we knew because we fucking, are
because we follow it. We follow.
Yeah.
We've been following the business for all of our lives. We've been knowing about this. It's not like it's brand new news to us. We've been knowing about this. But there's the unknown audience who they're trying to tap into.
Yep.
The only part that I didn't know
was the ring boys.
Was the boys, and the one part where Vince goes during the trial with Owen Hart's wife. They realized that the vest was faulty, so she sued us, and then we sued the manufacturer of the vest that broke because there was a defect in it. Oh, I didn't know that the WWE sued the manufacturer of the vest that broke for Owen Hart.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
But I remember they said in the doc, but I didn't know that part. I didn't know that
initially.
Part.
Yeah, I didn't know that initially either.
Yeah, I know she sued as she should have, because this whole fucking scenario.
Death, absolutely.
But damn, they didn't even say that in the fucking.
Fucking say that WWE was the company that killed them, and they're like, we wouldn't intentionally want to kill one of our people.
Yeah.
And even Brett was like, is this for them to get back at me for fucking leaving?
Yeah.
You know, like, is this my punishment that my brother had to die? Wow. You know, and then, he had his own investigation. Bret Hart had his own investigation, wondering if there's the reason, and then there was foul play. That's how they end up finding out. No, it was the company that provided the vest. It was faulty.
It's number 2 most watched on Netflix on the US Super Wars.
Yeah, the first one is still
I can't see not that I can't see any of the comments. I just made my screen massive because I'm trying to not get distracted and start working or continuously working on my website.
Yeah.
As GGforthewin.com is back up.
Hey, nice.
We heard that too with the steroid scandal. You know what?
Yeah.
The problem with people like us that live through it and know about it is that we wanted some details that contradicted what we saw. Like a lot of it hoping was allegations, and it was never proven. And they just basically reminding us these are the allegations that he went through, and it was never proven. Like,
but it's a lot of like we kind of wanted to see. Oh, maybe they finally tell us this
they wanted
wasn't what
Cat
happened.
Williams in this.
Yeah, that's what we needed. We needed someone to be
Yeah.
Cat Williams, and we didn't get Cat Williams. But no,
No.
there's a lot of it. Like even they brought up the Union with Jesse Ventura, and it's like,
Yeah.
fucking Hogan.
Well, but did you hear what Hogan said? They were threatening to walk out of WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, because that was the only way to finally get like.
Yeah, but even a lot of the wrestlers were like, nigga, half of them would have went to WrestleMania. They're stupid.
But the thing is, it would have still gotten them leverage, and Hogan was like, "I ain't risking a payday."
I mean,
like, come on,
yo,
brother.
bro, you put listen, not to say that they don't need a union and they don't need representation, but if you're Hogan, you put all that effort into WrestleMania 1. You got this on your back. You're the guy, and these people want to fuck shit up. In your eyes, they want to threaten to not have WrestleMania 2 go through.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be on some, yo, boss? They about to fuck it up for everybody.
Again, hindsight is 2020. It's funny because I would have loved to see what would have happened. What would have actually happened? Because I doubt
but
there would have been a possibility. No, yeah. Back then, it's
yeah.
It would have been. I doubt there would have been a chance of it. But again, we don't know. We weren't there.
Yeah. I mean, were
the
you there?
Crazy
right?
thing, I was not. I was not even an idea at that
Were
point.
you, Lil? Mercedes was there. Now.
But it's a
We're
scenario.
going to dive into that just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because there's.
We need a shirt. Were you there?
Yeah, it's coming soon to the NuKKle Network. It's a scenario of even now though. We are how many years later, and a union still has not been created because I
They
will
don't
say
even
this.
have healthcare.
I don't think a union's gonna work in wrestling, unfortunately.
Well, no, because they're all contractors.
But
But also, yo, dude, when they try to get the WWE to give healthcare to their wrestlers, Linda McMahon said, "I'm stepping down."
yeah,
They were like, "I would rather not work for this company than give the healthcare to these wrestlers."
it's a scummy situation. But yeah, there's a best thing I could say with it is it's just never gonna work out because they tried. Multiple people have tried it, and just it always ends up being a yeah no. Because everyone says they want it till it's an attempt, and then it's like,
You know
no,
why?
who said that?
You know why?
Why?
Because it takes money away from them.
Yeah.
And it probably takes a lot more money than they used to, or just I'm not willing to give up my money for it.
Oh hell yeah, bro!
Because if we didn't need car insurance, if it wasn't a law to have car insurance, how many people would opt in to spend $400 a month on car insurance?
Yeah.
Like, yo, fuck that! I don't need this shit.
But no, and then the thing is, I don't even think it's the union dues that we're even counting for. This is just the money that's like, hey, would you be willing to put this aside so we can create this? Like, yeah, nah.
Like $200 a month going towards your health insurance and all that. Like, nah, I need the $200.
It's like, yo, you get thousands of nah, I need this. It's like, all right. But yeah, it's a situation that again, it's a lot of the documentary again, it just reestablishes things that maybe people weren't as familiar, or again, a lot of people that are new to this whole thing that it's like, oh.
What I want to know is what Vince McMahon meant by Dusty Rhodes didn't get it. Because remember, when he said I needed somebody with charisma, first thing they went to was Dustin Rhodes, and they Dusty Rhodes, and he was like, he has, but he didn't get it. He didn't get the vision, and I'm like, this maybe it was because he was too WCW, like too South or whatever. I don't know.
That's the thing. Vince wanted,
or maybe because Hogan was willing to just repeat whatever Vince said, and it's like, yo, I'm.
Okay. Again, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes is one of the wisest minds when it comes to this business. But when you look at the definition of a wrestler, who do you see? Unfortunately.
Kamala. No,
who do you see? Do you see
Randy
Hogan
Orton.
or do you see Hogan or do you see Dusty?
I see Hogan.
Yeah. So that's the issue.
That was what they painted, because before Hogan, You didn't see too many Hogans.
No, yeah, but that's what Vince wanted. Vince's definition of a wrestler was that. Vince wanted the body guy. He wanted his staple. He wanted someone that it's like, we can put a bow, and that is a wrestler. The problem
they
is,
try to do that with the Ultimate Warrior, only to realize he really wasn't in it.
oh yeah, that was like, he was almost what we want, but he doesn't fucking,
Even Hogan said it. He had a better body than me. He was younger. He
well,
did
because
that, but
bro,
he just couldn't do
if
it.
Warrior would have had the psychology that Dusty Rhodes had with the body that he had,
he would
have still been going now.
I mean, not to say he would have been as big as Hogan.
He probably would have been bigger.
He is as big as Hogan, but I'm talking about like career-wise.
Oh, if he would have been, again, like if he had the psychology of Dusty with the body he had, he would have been the guy when Hogan left. He would have been the perfect Hogan can leave, and Warrior would have taken that fucking mantle. And Warrior would have been good till the Attitude Era. Because then when we started to calm it down a little bit, then Warrior's gonna get a little bit lost in the shuffle. But still, he would have been good. He would have been okay. It's a scenario of, again, it's stuff like that. But Dusty, wisest mind, Dusty was very Southern style wrestling. That's the thing. Dusty was perfect for the territories. Dusty knew the business, knows the business, he knew how to make stars. The unfortunate scenario was the stars that Vince wanted did not look like Dusty Rhodes. So that's his picture. That's like, he didn't get that.
It didn't translate to the screen that Vince McMahon wanted to put up. It didn't. It wasn't Vince McMahon's vision. It was Dusty's vision of this is what it's supposed to be. And Vince was like, no, thank you.
Yeah. But again, though, Dusty wasn't wrong with how it should be. Because it's worked.
Because look
years
at
later.
like amazing work he did when NXT came about at that time, you know?
He made it work. He knew how to run the business. The problem was the business at the time wasn't what it wasn't for that.
It is not what it is now.
Yeah. And it's still growing. Like at this point, it's still fucking growing. We're still at a point where all this is still changing. After this, it's probably gonna change a little more, especially when we go to Netflix and all that. Wrestling is still,
I hope so, man.
ever changing. It's always gonna be ever changing.
Yo, speaking of Netflix,
yeah,
everything I'm hearing is AEW's pay-per-views are gonna be streamed on Max, but no one's saying anything about having to pay extra for it. Has there been like documentation that just the distributor?
Well, the issue is that it hasn't been confirmed. There's no confirmation.
So it's like the Lucha Bros time with WWE.
Yeah. Yes.
Where just these fourth-rate fucking pages say it, and then they're still under AEW contract.
Yes. No.
I'm sorry.
That's all I can say.
What did you do, Ray?
Is it me or Toe is like kind of?
Oh no, yeah, he keeps lagging every few, and I just.
At the beginning of the stream, I tried. I resetted the camera. I resetted the connection. I
just didn't make sure that it wasn't just.
No. Yeah. It's been like that for a minute, but I had a feeling he tried. I just didn't know.
I disconnected the camera and I couldn't get the picture to come up, and then I refreshed the page and it came up. So
hey, right now, did you unplug your stuff and then replugged it back in?
You know something? I should try that, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think I tried that. Gigi's just like you motherfucker.
It's like,
that's how it feels,
bitch.
That's how it feels.
Would you like to disconnect and connect back?
On my day off, while I'm off the clock.
But yeah, it's. Yeah.
I appreciate that. All right, I'm over it. Anyway, so kind of like we touched base on this documentary and touch base on everything, and AEW is not been confirmed or anything like that. A lot of this stuff hasn't been confirmed.
Oh yeah, the AEW stuff, like I said, no. Yes. So interpret that how you will.
Interesting. So we're gonna interpret something else. Something that kind of
Are you-
ties into the whole Vince McMahon
Does Sasha
documentary.
have my number? Will she call me? Is what you're saying?
Something like
No,
that.
that is a clear no. I can say that.
But speaking of Sasha, that's exactly
going
what
to the
I was
Breakfast
gonna
Club.
segue
The
into.
segue, you see that?
Hey.
Because Sasha Banks did go on the Breakfast Club and basically stated that there were moments that she didn't like the way she was talked down to. She didn't like the way that she was spoken to. And at the same time, it's like, well, what do we actually know about this shit? Because we weren't there. There were creative issues. Were you there? Was that the reason why? Okay, so that's not what is the reason. She kept it on the hush. She's still keeping it on the hush.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she keeps like it's almost the cat and mouse game of like, this is why. And no, I'm not gonna say it.
She's waiting for her ESPN 30 on 30.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was saying before you came in, Gigi's like, I had to give her credit for going. All right, this is too many times. Y'all fucking disregarded what the plan was supposed to be, and you just like the first time when they took the titles from Bailey and Sasha.
Yeah,
they walked out because they were like, "Yo, we should be holding these a lot longer. You just fucking undermining us." And then with Trinity and Sasha, it seems like, fuck you. This is what you're doing. And I'm pretty sure Sasha was on some, yo, we had so many plans, so many this. I don't like the fact that every time we're supposed to do something, you take the shit from me. And I've been here for so fucking long. Y'all niggas treat me like I'm some kind of child. And she's like, yo, I'm out. And she betted on herself. And I was saying, she became more popular outside of wrestling than she ever could have in WWE. And I think she's putting more effort in her person outside of wrestling than she is in the WWE character. I mean, the AEW character. But I give her credit for going, yo, fuck y'all, I don't need y'all.
I give her credit for betting on herself. What I don't kind of give her credit for was the bullshit ass answer right afterwards. I felt a light in me. It was guiding me. And I'm just like, all right.
She has a lot of lights because didn't she say the same about her ex-husband?
Because I'm a spiritual bitch too. I have my crystals. All right. I have my sage. I have my santas. I'm a true bruja. Okay. My ancestor said you a bruja, and I'm like, I know. All right. And I'm tapping into that.
No, got Vix.
But that does not make me want to go up to people and be like, there was a guiding light that was inside of me, and it came out during that time. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, what shroom tea are you on right now?
Yo, she had whatever cognac they be serving right before.
And how can I get my hands on it? Because, honey, this guiding light, can it get me a winning lotto ticket out of this fucking life? Like, I'm betting on myself. This shit's fucking putting me in debt, though. So it was just weird. I'm glad that she betted on herself. Yeah. But the way she went and said it on the Breakfast Club just made me feel a little off.
Yeah. But again, isn't this, she said that in a different way about her ex-husband, that it's like, so you just keep feeling lights, huh? Like, how much light you feeling?
This is a 10, maybe.
Like, I get it. It's a situation of we don't know what actually happened. Maybe again, this was a situation, creative differences, just feeling belittled. It happens. Wrestling, unfortunately, that is a scenario. You know, I commend her if she again took that and said, you know what, I'm gonna bet on myself, and it did work out for her, like we said, on the outside skirts of wrestling.
Yeah. So all right. So can I lay out a scenario for you? I'm trying to get into the mind of not Sasha Banks, but someone that's in her position. Okay. At a very young age, she finds her boyfriend. They get married. Yes. She's young. You know, when you're young and you're married and you're held down, you feel like you haven't experienced life. Yep. Then you're at a still young age. You become you get the job you always wanted. Yep. And then you're like, yo, I'm growing as a character. I'm doing this. I've been here for 10 years. I feel like I'm one of the top people. No one's listening to you. Now you're like, yo, I'm being caged again. I'm not experiencing life. I'm young. I want to do so many things. And it's like she found the way out of both of those situations and she took it. And now it's how do you explain? I felt like this was the right decision other than I got a calling.
Yeah.
It was like I got the opportunity to leave and I took both of them.
Yeah. Which again, though, that is probably what occurred. And again, I commend her for doing that because it is a leap. It's like I was listening earlier. Ethan Page did Busted Open, and he talked about for years he was telling his wife, "I'm gonna go to the WWE. I'm gonna go to the WWE. I'm gonna go to the WWE." Finally, thanks to AEW, has an opportunity to do something very different, but still be able to afford the opportunity to both become residents and both be able to move to the United States permanently and get their house in Detroit. He doesn't like his position in the company, decides to bet on himself, and they finally give him an offer for WWE. Has to then be like, well, to his wife, we're gonna have to move all this to Florida. So imagine, imagine no family, nothing. You are betting on yourself to then start a whole new life, basically, to finally achieve what you've always wanted.
I mean,
so it's situations where, again, sometimes I get it. It is that leap because if you aspire for more and you feel like this isn't giving you that opportunity, then yes, even if it seems like, oh man, you're jumping from a lot, And again, Ethan did not know he was going to end up in WWE.
Yeah,
because he said it. He had, I think, a good like 50 dates booked after leaving AEW.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of indie dates booked, which he got the call that he was going to be, that he got the offer to get signed, driving to Pro Wrestling Revolver, which shout out to the Wrestling Revolver. Legit on the way to that show, he got the call that they offered him to get signed to NXT. And he had to cancel basically the rest of the dates. So, yeah.
I mean, listen, bro. That's the thing. It's a lot of luck and a lot of timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boris, when did he shit on them? Show me one interview where he shat on them. Because, bro, he even, after all the fucking craziness in TNA, because at the end, they really fucked over Ethan Page. He never said one bad thing.
He knew they were
said creative. He said creative disputes. That's about it. Yeah, he legit hung up. He hung up the phone. He hung up the phone because he thought it was a fake call. The second time is when he knew it was real. Bro, imagine that, getting the call, and you're just like, yeah, all right.
Yo, that has to happen a lot. Because if you never got a prank call before, you ain't hanging up on the way. But if you get those prank calls all the time, like, fuck you. We know it's you, Trevor.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. I feel like if someone like at that level were to call me, I would have been like, there's no fucking way. Nah.
Somebody called me one time when I was a kid saying I won WWE tickets, and I never really won WWE tickets. I was devastated.
Oh, that's...
See?
Damn, that's kind of sad.
So I agree with Ethan Page here, and he didn't believe them. I wouldn't have believed them either. But like, you won't fool me twice.
So you're saying that if WWE called you up right now and said, "Yo, we're gonna offer you a $20 million contract," you just have to give your social security number and your credit card number to them, so that way they can prove your identity. You wouldn't give it to them?
No.
Hell fucking no.
No. Oh.
I'm sorry.
There's many scammers that they are right now in this world. Absolutely not.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Nah, I'm sorry.
Even if they're the king of Zamunda,
yeah,
and they have an apartment for
listen.
leave the money under the
king of Zamunda better come over here and pick me up from his private jet. Land that shit.
I better see
the houses across the street from me.
I better see that pathway full of roses in order for me to fucking give any information.
You said it was disorganized. It's chaos backstage at AEW, knowing the reception. I mean, we all figured that.
But also, that's been unfortunately been said by multiple people, even in the organization itself. Like I just spoke to earlier. Sorry that I have to plug it with Ricky Champagne.
He was gonna do it anyway.
I got to. And talking about when he was brought in a few times, he was brought in right at the start of the Punk era, in a sense, and they were still like finding their way. So like even at that point, it was organized. It was chaotic organization in a sense. That was like it was working, but it's like you could see that we're still trying to find the pieces that click, you know. And that's any company though, especially at that point, they were still finding who the fuck they were, because it was like
still trying to figure out who they are.
And that's a situation that's like they still, even with every update, with everything, they're still at that point where it's like they're trying to find what their identity is. Hey, last night still proved it though. Last night still proved it though, because it's working, because they sold out fucking Arthur Ashe.
Yeah, but the rating, I looked up the ratings because I was talking about them. This show, they dropped a lot.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate scenario of they need to find a way to fucking maintain at least, because they'll put on good fucking shows, but it doesn't draw people in.
Oh, maybe you can answer this question.
What's up?
How the fuck did Darby Allin get a number one contendership to give away?
Was it a battle royal?
Good question. He took a left at and he found it in the gift from Fortnite.
I think it was in his coat pocket.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think it was in his coat. I don't know. Somehow Darby Allin was the number one contender. But somehow,
I believe it was like a Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble. You hear me? A battle royal. Excuse me.
Okay, I don't remember.
On Rampage.
I legit don't remember. I just know that
How is Rampage still a thing?
The idea of Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson though was the better match, and it worked so well. Like I saw many people complaining about it, and I'm just like,
you talking about McGuinness? I'm sorry, you said Danielson and McGuinness.
Nigel McGuinness, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a great fucking match.
Yeah.
And the fact that people are bitching and moaning about it, man, they can go fuck themselves, because that match was fucking good.
I saw some people complain about, there was no with no build. I'm like, you don't need a build. We've waited for this rematch for how many decades now? Like, it's okay.
So the people that say that are basically the marks that are not knowing the real history or ever possibly watching the history of it.
Like, I mean, he was talking about Daniel Bryan since he's got on the fucking
commentary. Yeah,
it's not that big of a stretch to have them wrestle each other.
The minute we started seeing Nigel like start doing that, it's like, oh, you're telling me there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on. The minute Nigel walked out on Wembley, it's like, whoo, he about to make a name for himself here. Like, come on. Like,
I wasn't too. That match, like, it's not like they turned around and said, "Oh, Bryan Danielson's gonna wrestle fucking Gagoosh number 6."
Yeah,
Nigel McGuinness, like, he's been talking shit about him. He came in and all in. They spoke about it on plenty of interviews. This is not something that they just, hey, we're pulling this our ass.
It's like, again, even if it was a situation where it's like,
and Darby Allin shit was more pulled out their ass than Bryan Danielson and McGuinness.
Nigel.
But my thing is this: even if, let's say, this match was a last minute, fuck it. It is Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson for the last fucking time.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know the history of Nigel McGuinness. And I think that's the problem. Because a lot of people see AEW as just, oh, this is where former WWE wrestlers just come in and take over. They don't know the real story behind Nigel. They don't know his wrestling history. They just know him as a commentator.
Which I think, again, they tried as much as possible to promote it, like showing the hey, these are the battles they've had. I think they put out, what was it, like 7 hours of fucking matches? Like just all the matches they've had in ROH and all that. That somehow WWE fucking copyright. It was funny. They had to edit out a one like little thing that apparently WWE had in their library.
You don't touch WWE's library.
And yes, Leon, Nigel McGuinness was Desmond Wolfe in TNA. Yes, for the cup of coffee, he was Desmond Wolfe.
Oh, Leon's in the chat. What up, Leon?
Yeah.
Again, I don't have my screen.
Yeah, he was.
I can normally see comments, but I decided to keep my screen.
It's all good.
Take this time.
It's all good. But yeah, it's the match worked. It's not a it wasn't a 5-star classic, but it was still a great match. It did what it needed, and again, it gives for those that were fans of that Ring of Honor style.
I'm gonna say this, and it might be an unpopular opinion. I don't care. Grand Slam 3 was the least favorite Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Was my least favorite and I went to Grand Slam 1, 2. And I was kind of disappointed that I didn't go to like the third one. Like, oh fuck, all good things come in 3. You know. And then when I started watching it, I'm like, you know, I didn't really miss much.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna miss more, but I didn't miss much.
Yeah. This was good. This wasn't a yeah.
The only really oh shit moment, which Toe, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. The only oh shit moment that they actually had was the debut of MVP. And the fact that he used the word business, and we all know about the Hurt Business. And we all know that MVP is a free agent. Bobby Lashley is a free agent. Shelton Benjamin is a free agent. Alex Seti is not.
No, Cedric Alexander just re-signed.
Cedric Alexander is not. He's still on the contract with WWE. So essentially, they are missing a third guy.
Yeah.
And it would be, of course, let's go with Swerve, because Swerve, well, it's Swerve.
Yeah. No, I loved seeing that. I was like, oh no, we're gonna take Swerve away from Nana.
Let's not take
I was like, don't take
Nana. Come on.
Don't take him away, please.
Don't do that. It's the total package.
But again, there's ways they could work around that. It's just cool to see MVP though.
Yeah.
I love that someone really took the time to fucking zoom in to the fucking business card that says the Hurt Syndicate in the back. I was like, God, someone really fucking went pick by pick to fucking find that shit. I was like, damn.
That's dedication.
Yeah. I thought Shelton signed with he did not, Damien. He is still a free agent, still working independent dates as we speak. He just worked I want to say Ashe recently. So yeah. He's still doing indies, still killing it on the independent circuit. Still, hey, he's working the towns, good brother. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if Lashley does come over as well with MVP and what direction they take with this. If they decide to make a new group, is this just a situation of teasing the group? Is there more people that they could possibly get? Like, I wouldn't mind seeing fucking MVP associate with possibly Shane Taylor. Like, imagine the fucking STP joining up with the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate.
I think that would be dope. But because Shane Taylor doesn't have that popularity in AEW, they're looking for somebody as popular. And that's why it bothers me that in AEW, it wouldn't work. Because of the way Tony books him.
See, the problem though, this is I think the solution though. Because remember, that was the whole point of the Hurt Business was WWE almost made these guys stagnant. And this was something to finally showcase them. in a way that it's like they're all talented individuals just needing something here. And this has almost been every time MVP's in a group, it's situations like that. Because even, I don't know if y'all remember the Beatdown Clan. MVP, Low-Key, Kenny King, Lashley for a cup of coffee, and then he went back to WWE, and Hernandez. And that was that moment of like, yeah, we got nothing going on right now. And let's do something with it. And then unfortunately, when they added Hernandez, it ruined the group. Because unfortunately, Lucha Underground cut a lot of shit out of it. What about Powerhouse Hobbs being a part of MVP's group? Where is Powerhouse Hobbs?
That part.
I know.
You just asked $1 million question, Ray. How does it feel with the homeowners association and you asking $1 million question?
Because I know they just
the fucking roster.
Matt Taven just confirmed Wardlow is out with a knee injury. Because I remember we were asking where the hell Wardlow was. So unfortunately, he's going to be out for a while because apparently it's a bad knee injury. Powerhouse Hobbs. What happened?
What are you getting? Golfing?
Probably thought it was something bad on like he just probably thought he tweaked something and then it turns into worse because you know how knee injuries could fucking.
So I'm not gonna say I'm happy that Wardlow is injured. I'm just kind of happy that he's off the TV. For the simplicity is that they were just kind of ruining him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he comes back, I need him to be the Wardlow that we had prior.
Agreed.
Because putting him with Matt Taven and Roderick Strong and putting him in that little faction and everything like that just wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't doing anything. So Wardlow, God bless. Get well soon. Speedy recovery. Don't go back to that faction.
No, yeah, I think that it's. I guess the best way to say it, the injury might have been the best thing to finally give him a reboot when he comes back. To let him come back and be like, unfortunately, take out whatever's left of the Undisputed Kingdom. Come back and just boom. You have a feud right there.
I'm sorry, I'm jumping, but
yeah, all good, bro.
What would you guys say if the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate didn't have Swerve in it, but they built their name off of Swerve? Like, you see Bobby Lashley coming, and then they bring in maybe Shelton or that dude from Ring of Honor.
Which dude?
He's like short, but he was the last Ring of Honor champion before TNA bought him, or before Tony Khan bought him.
Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah.
Oh, that he's with TNA right now?
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't know he was but like a match like that could have been your Cedric Alexander.
Yeah. No, yeah, there's a lot of great talent they could work around that they could bring in. And again, there's a lot of possibilities of. I think Kenny King is a free agent who's worked with MVP in the past and has worked with Lashley in the past. There's a lot of great people that they could work around building this group. And like I said earlier, there's an idea I threw in there in the chat that I won't that they could do.
Yeah.
And more than likely is the direction they're going to take. So yeah, it's a situation of they can build. And again, Swerve could be almost a caveat of this scenario that it's like, we're thinking it's this, but it doesn't turn out to be, or it could be, we don't know. There's a situation of it is something where just to see this idea come into fruition is going to be interesting. And again, who knows if the Hurt Syndicate becomes something in AEW? This could just be what they call the management in a sense. Because they've also done the embassy, and then we lost the embassy. They did this. It's like, again, factions are one in many in AEW, but we'll see.
What if, as soon as they make the Hurt Syndicate, they split off, and now they have the Hurt Syndicate Gold?
Ooh.
With the ass boys.
Oh no, God! Why'd you have to ruin it? Why we gotta just do what we did to the Bullet Club? That God. No, Mr. Loki, that's the thing. I don't want them to fucking break up Nana and Swerve, but unfortunately, it is gonna happen eventually. Unfortunately, Nana is gonna get
swerved.
Yeah, he's gonna get the Just look at the flowers. It has to happen eventually.
Why?
Not look at the flowers.
Why though?
Come on. It's the best way to say it. Just look at the flowers.
Oh no, I mean, like, why does he need to break up with Swerve?
Oh, because it's gonna happen eventually. Because Swerve is going to become a. It's there is going to be that moment of like, okay, we need to now. Because Swerve, the thing with Swerve is
You can't get more serious than what Swerve been doing.
What happened?
You can't get more serious than what Swerve was. It's time to get. Now I gotta kill the baby when I go in his house. You know, like my man's having death matches and power bomb the cinder blocks and needles in his ass and hair plugs and fucking taking Viagra during matches and shit. Like, I don't. You can't
when the
get
fuck
any
did
more
that
harder than you can't get.
What?
I don't know. I'm thinking of man shit that AEW thinks is man shit. I don't know.
Man, shit.
But what's going on? We got Big Nick in the chat. If they take Swerve from Nana, is Nana?
Yo, I swear to
Nana's
God,
never
every
gonna-
time I see this
That's-
guy's name, I think.
Yeah, I know
that's
exactly
Big
what you.
Dick. I don't know why I was like, yeah.
But no, I don't think Nana would be done because there's so much talent that you could put. You could create a new embassy. You can create a new embassy. There's so much young talent to fucking have Nana around. There's so many people. Put Nana
You could put
on
him
ROH.
with. You
There's
could put
so
him
many-
with Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, there's so many people that Nana will be fine. And Nana again has so much charisma that it works with anybody, man. He's been doing this for longer than I've been alive.
Think
Like the
about
guy
this.
will be fine.
Think about this.
What?
You let the GM of SmackDown wrestle, and then Nana becomes the GM of SmackDown. It'd be like Teddy Long Part 2.
So you just sending him to WWE?
Yeah, it's gonna be a trade.
Who are we trading?
We're gonna the Jaguars are gonna get a first round pick from another team, from an NFL team, and then
And we get
Nana's
Nana.
gonna go to
Yeah.
WWE.
Yo, did you see that was a complaint? People were complaining that why was the Jaguars using why were they using like the time that ESPN and shit were showing, and they were promoting AEW because Tony was wearing the neck brace and all that shit and shit like that. And they said AEW executives.
Yo,
People
bro,
were actually complaining
Vince-
about that shit.
Vince McMahon used court to fucking to publicize the WWE. Like, come on, man, that's business.
Damien, we played the Cowboys. I did not think we were winning at all. Come on, my guy.
Yeah, no, I was smart about that.
Like I knew.
I bet it out the
knew.
Cowboys because I knew that was not.
As you should. It was the fucking Cowboys. Like I was not gonna.
I just want easy money, and I hate to say it like that because I love my Giants, and I'm always going to be Giants girl. Here we go. And I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm just trying to do what's best for business for me and my wallet.
Yeah, I hear you. But in our defense, fuck the Cowboys.
No facts. It's still fuck the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
But I was realistic. I knew we were gonna fucking lose. Unfortunately,
Yo, the Giants were winning. Last time I checked, it was like 17-12 or some shit.
Yeah, nah. It's yeah.
Fucking Daniel Jones.
Fuck, man.
I don't even know what happened, but it's got to be his fault.
It's gotta be.
Damn, that's on Long Island. I'm not going to be able to get that day off. Fuck. Sorry, I'm trying to plan events here in my life.
Word. But
I'm doing it all, y'all. I'm just working on the website, checking out events. I'm just, just trying to manifest the best life for me and my friends.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Speak,
Which reminds me, I still
Yeah,
gotta work on
I said
Super
me
Snake.
and my friends because I'm not alone in this.
Word.
My people, we come up together.
I hear you. Yeah. Unlike Ray.
What I do?
I was just looking at the big event that's happening in November. That's all.
Oh God, yeah.
It was just a list, and I was just like, I was getting lost in wrestling internet world.
If they would have responded to us, then that would have been cool. But to do it, just to go,
No, I was just, but I was still look. It's still nice to look. Anyway, listen.
Oh yes.
Oh, go ahead.
No, Nick brings up a good point. SummerSlam is in Jersey next year. Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna have to go to New Jersey.
Well, it's gonna be 2 nights, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We doing this. We
I like
doing
how
this.
that was
All right.
was the
First and
selling
I'll tell you
foremost,
what.
for Gigi.
SummerSlam 25 in Jersey. Y'all going? I only got one word for you. Yeet. All right.
Yo, you get Sting to
Yeet.
go, and I might go.
All right.
I like how
Yeet.
Gigi's selling point was Cardi B. Like nothing else.
Oh wait, that's what she was doing.
Yeah, she was promoting that.
She's promoting SummerSlam
Yeah,
with Bianca Belair.
yeah. So that means we're gonna see Cardi B.
Cardi B is going to be in WWE.
Puñeta.
And you know what? Go ahead, WWE, for foreshadowing a Cardi B appearance. And I say that because in a segment where, oh my God, who the fuck was it? Was it the male models, maybe? It might have even been them. It might have been somebody, but they were like, oh, Cardi B's over there. You'll go party with her. It might have even been fucking... Oh my God. Oh my God. The fucking guys that's hanging out with Escobar.
Garza and Carrillo.
Yes.
Los
So I believe there was a
Litarios.
segment that
That's who
they
they
were like, we can get to party destinations. They're trying to get to a party, and they're like, yeah, you want to go to the party? It's right over there. And it was a setup. But they used the name Cardi B, right?
Yeah.
Cardi B's in there. Go check her out and stuff like that, right? It was one of the girls. And matter of fact, I think it was like one of those nights where WWE legends were backstage and everything like that. We're still friends, Leon. I'm so confused by that. I don't need her. No, I need her. Oh, no, I need her. I need her for the entertainment portion. And I don't care what y'all gotta say, because Cardi B is entertaining. Do we need her in wrestling? No. But this is not wrestling. This is sports entertainment. This is going to be the summer block party for 2 nights, because now it's 2 nights.
Do we need a second night?
Yes.
Do we?
We need Sting.
Why do we need 2 nights of this? Also, I'm just thinking about it now because it's like, God damn it, so many shows are going to be in New Jersey next summer.
So ready?
I already
Not
spoke
only
to
do we
someone
have
that's already
indie
planning a
shows
show.
in Jersey happening. All right. And we
Yeah.
already know it's going to be pop. It's going to be fire indie shows for the summer. Okay. That's 1.
Yeah.
2, you're going to have SummerSlam night 1 and night 2 in Jersey.
Yeah.
The traffic is going to be disgusting.
Oh, God.
We have to get a room.
Yeah, we're
So we
not.
don't have to go
I
to the
swear to
fucking-
God, that was the first thing I was thinking about. I was like, if this is a 2-nighter Jersey, hotel room stay.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
might have to be a. Yo, y'all want to just get an Airbnb so we could grill some steaks?
Fuck, yo, steak, hell yeah.
See, that's how you get to. See, I got you, Gigi. I got you.
Shit.
And we
Airbnb,
gotta
we
think
just-
about this, yo.
Yeah. No,
We're
but
not
it's
just
gonna
do
be.
stuff
But
like that.
Jay-Z's too slippery to get with all that baby oil the Diddy got on him.
Nah, Jay-Z, why? Jay-Z's not really with it. So when that
If it was
whole
at the Barclays, possibly. I feel like he would have been an easier sell. Like,
yeah,
hey, we coming back to the Barclays.
no,
But no, that is gonna be shit, man. Like that's gonna be a crazy week.
it's gonna be a crazy week. And
That's gonna be
by the
crazy.
way, going back to what I originally was saying, how they kind of like forecasting it, they had Cardi's B name and everything like that. Now Twitter at that time was going absolutely fucking crazy.
I was gonna say there was something she had thrown out about being a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
And they had
that's
already invited her.
What,
Yeah.
was basically it. She was like, I am not there. I don't know how my name even popped up for this shit. I don't watch it now, but I do remember watching it. And Trish Stratus was the girl. Trish Stratus responded back, Cardi B knowing. And then Cardi, as a fan, marked out.
Yep.
A celebrity fan marked out because she got recognized by fucking Trish Stratus.
I mean, shit.
Which shows how much of a crazy influence that wrestling has on everybody, whether
Yeah.
you're us now or somebody as popular and wealthy and investments as Cardi B.
Yep.
Vince's whole idea, and it's still up to this day lives on, where they're going to bring the biggest stars that they can to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
And
it transcends. It transcends.
It transcends, exactly. And the thing is that SummerSlam is essentially WrestleMania.
Yeah, it is the summer. It's summer. It's a summer version of WrestleMania.
The four big ones.
And it's a situation where SummerSlam was supposed to be. That's why for most years it was in LA. It was like we wanted to feature that. And to be able to do it in Jersey, it's like it's the closest we're gonna. I love how they sold it as SummerSlam is coming back to New York.
In MetLife Stadium.
I just wanted to let people know we're not in Jersey, my guy. That's not us. We'll take it. We'll say it's the tri-state, but just don't say it's New York. That's not us. But it's okay. We'll take it. We'll go. We'll be there. But yeah, that's gonna be and you know they're gonna have a fucking, like I said, it's gonna be crazy just to see how many shows they're gonna end up running, because indies are gonna go wild that week. Like I said, I already know one promotion that we just spoke a little while ago. I was just with one of the people that I was talking to about that promotion. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of crazy indies going on that week. A lot of crazy indies.
First off, Big Nick, if that is your real name,
y'all got the Jersey.
You can say the Jersey Giants all you want, but the Jets are from New York. Jersey can't spell Jets. They're from New York.
Hey.
The Bills are from upstate. They're not from New York.
Yeah, we don't count Buffalo as us.
That's like saying Yonkers is a part of the Bronx. You're bugging.
It should be though.
The building is owned by New York. That is a sovereign nation. The stadium is a New York sovereign nation in Jersey.
I was about to say,
when you're in the stadium, you follow New York laws. When you're out the stadium, you're in Jersey. There's the rules. But before we got to segue to the actual topic of the discussion.
Oh yeah, did we have? Yeah, never touched on the actual.
It's just gonna be us.
Before we
were waiting.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait, what happened to? We're missing some people. What happened to DJ and Kenny?
Well, DJ is stuck at work.
Ah, okay.
And Kenny is MIA right now. He hasn't hit me up.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I said he's not gonna be available to the year 2048. We said this. It's there. It's something.
No. It's New York City and upstate. They know that New York it's UP state, not NY state. New York City, 4 boroughs. Staten Island, I'm not counting. That's just too far fucking away. That's just too far fucking away.
Yeah. And necessarily we kind of register as like 2 boroughs.
Yeah.
Because it's like you got Brooklyn, you got the Brooklyn, you got the Bronx. Then you got the city.
And the city.
Yeah. Sorry, Lay. We love you, Lay.
Yeah, word.
And then you got Queens. Sometimes you're in Queens.
Which is just an extension of Brooklyn.
Basically, like the funny thing about Queens is like if you go too far, you're in Brooklyn. It's like, wait, how'd I end up here? And then if you do vice versa, you're in Queens. It's like,
So I literally lived in the neighborhood where essentially if I walk just 2 blocks down, I'm technically in Queens.
Yeah, like where my dad is buried, that cemetery on Woodward. If you go to the other side of the street, you're technically in Queens. But if you go back, it's Brooklyn. It's like, how the fuck does this work? But yeah, God love New York. But okay,
wait. What? Damien's getting his rematch against Gunther on SmackDown?
Huh?
This is a thing?
What? What? Wait, for what? Is this the? Wait, no, they already debuted on USA. The fuck? Why do they? Okay.
Well, you know what?
Is that an actual match or is that the Dark Show match? Because they've done that. They've done like multiple like world title matches.
Can we see what the card looks like for a SmackDown? I guess
they haven't updated.
That sounds about right.
Okay. But now I guess.
But wait,
it is time for the main event discussion.
it is.
You saw it on Twitter. It's funny how Twitter gets more news of wrestling than the WWE.com.
Yo, facts. You would think they would update their website, which reminds me.
Why
I still
would
gotta freaking
WWE
make
put
website.
so much news on a porn website instead of for their website?
Yo, I got to make me a website now. That's it. It's time to fucking.
It's good to see Natalia still alive.
Who?
Natalia.
What do you mean?
I'm
What
on
just
Twitter.
for?
She just there's a video.
Oh.
World
Oh,
champion.
wait. What kind of?
No. She's like promoting
we
something.
know what's on
on the
Twitter,
WWE
so
website.
you gotta be
Listen,
careful.
she was never
Apparently it's
invited to the Diddy parties.
Word.
Right?
No, but you know who was
it's
her
Priest's
sister.
birthday.
Yeah. Wait, that was something else I saw today that people were complaining about.
That is Priest's birthday?
They complained about how WWE said happy birthday because WWE did a whole nice post for Priest, and I think it was 30 minutes before they just said happy birthday, Oscar. So
Yeah.
they did a nice post for Priest, like
Okay. Well,
accomplishments, and then
well, hold up. Now we're gonna prove it for you because it's true. World Heavyweight Champion, send your money in the bank. United States Champion, 2-time Tag Team Champion, WWE NXT North American Champion. Happy birthday, the Archer Damian Priest. Happy birthday, Oscar.
Damn. No love for what are the comments? So does any of the comments says no love for her at least?
Oh shit.
yeah, don't tweet at them.
Can your birthday candles do this? No. Hey, somebody.
Oh,
Put-
wait.
act
Somebody
like-
down there.
Happy birthday, living legend, GOAT.
And they gave all her
And then
accomplishments.
Sammy, EO, the limit. Wait, what?
Use the limit.
Who the fuck is this? Oh, I'm not even going.
No,
They-
Doesn't matter,
her
but the
accomplishments.
accolades, wait, up there. So is the
Celebrate
accolades.
her accomplishments like you did Priest.
Oh shit.
Yo.
There you go. All of her accomplishments.
Yep. Former WWE Tag Team Champion, former Raw Women's Champion, former SmackDown Champion.
Former WWE champion.
Come on, like give her something. Longest reigning NXT Women's Champion. Like
Yo, she was Money in the Bank
Undefeated
before
streak,
Senor
yeah.
Money in the Bank.
damn.
Undefeated streak.
Yo, but you remember when Vince used to do that for Shane? Like he would be happy birthday, Shane. And then he would do a John Cena post. Happy birthday to the face of the company, someone that's just like my son. And you do a nice fucking post. And then for Shane.
Happy birthday, Shane.
Happy birthday, Shane. Like, God damn, that's your kid. Yo, if you ask the Simpsons creators though, John Cena looks a lot like Vince McMahon. Did y'all see the fucking cartoon? It looks just like Vince. I was like,
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I was like, wait,
The minute I
who
saw it, I'm
animated
like, that's not John Cena. That's Vince McMahon.
Who
How
did
is
this
that
animation?
John Cena? That does not look like John Cena.
Not at all. Who did this animation? Who did this?
Yo.
Oh
Thank
shit.
you, Vince McMahon. Like,
Oh shit.
no, man, that was bad. Whoever
But
did that, fire them. Oh man. No, that shit was funny.
yeah.
When did they start doing press conferences in NXT?
They did they did two this week technically, because they did the little like picture in picture for Wesley and Zachary Wentz, and then they did the one for Julia and Roxanne, to then be interrupted by Stephanie Vacour to let us know that she will be coming very soon.
Hey.
She's Veer.
She is coming. Well, she had an issue because of her visa. That's why they need to get her visa in order for her to be able to come to the States.
But oh yeah, that was Vince. Well,
But,
then
okay.
again, I mean,
Well then,
Cena was Vince's favorite.
yeah, that was basically his kid at one point in a sense. So do we get into our main event discussion?
Yeah. Let's get the last 20 minutes.
Cool.
So we're starting. This is WWE.
Okay.
We're talking about because WCW had different formats,
Yeah.
but since the 80s, there was always two people.
Yes.
It was like I want to say Bruno and Bob Backlund was like the two
Yeah.
guys. Well, Bob was after Bruno, but like you had Pedro Morales and like that's before my time. I'm just spitballing. These are the top
there was
guys,
always
right?
in the end of Bruno's reign. You had Bob. There's always the two coinciding. That's like there's always that.
But
There's
with
this guy at the
Hogan,
top, but also this guy at the top.
with Hogan, his counterpoint had to be Macho because when Hogan wasn't champion, Macho was champion.
Yeah, it was Hogan Macho for the golden era,
and they were the rivalry. Besides Hogan and Andre, which was 1 year, Hogan and Macho was the rivalry for their whole lives. Even in personal life, they had a rivalry. You know what I'm saying? So like those are the two top guys.
That was the no matter what. It's like again years later, the John Cena, Randy Orton's. No matter what, they could do something else. Somehow they tied back into that.
Yeah, the same
or
way.
The John Cena Edge. That's like
well, I wouldn't give it Edge, but
come on.
I mean,
Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels was the next guys.
Yes. That was that was right there.
And then you had Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yep.
Cena and Randy Orton.
You actually added that because they were still essentially more or less in that era because Rock did grow with Shawn Michaels, Triple H during that era. So Attitude Era, just adding on to that. There's just so much more.
Yeah, but those were guys that's like you could tell those rivalries were the ones that's like
because
these are
essentially what I'm getting at is like there's always that one guy takes the wheel. It's like Hogan, Bret, Austin, then Cena, Roman. Like these are the top guys that take the wheel, but then there's always someone that makes them look better or always is like there when they need to pivot.
Yeah.
Because with Cena, it was always Orton. Orton was always that guy that wrestled Cena if they needed somebody to pivot.
Yeah.
Orton won the title from Cena. You know what I'm saying? Like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels was like, yo, Bret's leaving. Give it to Shawn. He's the only other guy up here with him, with Bret. They had that long ass rivalry. The Rock and Austin. I'm trying to figure out who is it with Roman because statistics, like people would say Cody, but it's been really 2 years with Cody.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, is it Brock Lesnar?
As much as you don't like him, I think it might be Seth. Because Seth, we talked about it on Monday. Seth is that guy that when need be, he's in the position. He's there. He's dependable. He is that guy that it's like
he's reliable.
It's right there. Yeah, there you go. Nick said it too. Yeah, it's Seth. I think it's Seth because it's the thing of even when Roman was still champion, and it's like Roman was taking his sabbaticals and stuff like that. Seth was still doing his thing. As much as again, I know you weren't too fond of his segments and all that. It's still a thing of Seth has been that company.
Well, it's just the shit he got now.
But it's still a thing of like it's still you see it though.
No, the shit I don't like is the shit he's doing now.
What? Yeah.
I liked him when he was the buy-in.
Yeah, but it's like there's situations like that it's like Roman has a rival every 5 years. But no, it's like where we're going is because so did Cena. But it's the thing of who has been that guy. Like with Cena, you could look at there's so many guys that he's been in rivalries with, but it's the situation of Cena always had Randy. Even now, people are talking about this retirement tour. You have to run it back one more time.
Yeah.
You have to run it back one more time.
Yeah.
Like there's always going to be those things that it's like even with Triple H, you could say Rock and Triple H were there when they were there, that precipice. That it's like years later, what stare down did they do that they were hoping they could run back? Triple H and The Rock. So in situations like that, there's always, it's like when you look at that, who were on top and who were exchanging, that's where you play that factor. They used Seth to validate the Raw World title while Roman was the Shield. It's crazy. As much as you think about it, as much as we talk about how influential the NWO was, the Shield legit ran wrestling for a few years.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
absolutely.
Roman still at this point, Roman still had a very important pivotal role with WWE. Mox was doing his thing in AEW. Seth was again playing that role when needed. The Shield was doing their thing. The Shield has been a situation where it's like
they were fucking shit up. We loved it.
Still crazy.
And they're still like where they're at right now.
And it's still crazy to think all that is because they wanted a faction that was going to be something for Punk. To think this, we couldn't have got, there was a chance we don't get the Shield. Also, this version of Shield.
Yeah,
remember,
I was gonna say,
we weren't supposed to get Roman.
Yeah, didn't CM Punk make this?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Mox, Rollins,
and Hero, right?
And Chris Hero. Imagine Chris Hero in that spot. And the funny thing is, it would have they wouldn't have looked. It wouldn't have looked the same, but it's funny because it's like it could have worked.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think it could have worked as the Shield.
No.
I could have seen it as like an indie stable because it's like, fuck, man, it's Chris Hero, it's Tyler Black, it's John Moxley. It could have been a dope faction. I just don't think it could have been the Shield. Like this, having Roman be that guy that's like, this is their created guy. This is the WWE guy. And then you have Seth Rollins, who we know from ROH. We've seen what he's done on the Independents. And then you have the crazy John Moxley that's like, if you were a fan of CZW and all that, it's like, oh, we know what that guy can do. We know what he can do. Who's this guy? He has the look, but I want to see what he's going to do. And then all three complemented each other so fucking well. So it's like, that was something that it's like the combination, as much as it might have not been the original, it worked too damn well. Just like with Evolution, because I remember the Mark Jindrak story that Batista then clarified what the thing was. But it wouldn't have worked with Jindrak. As much as Jindrak had the look, you needed Batista, Rick, Triple H, and Randy.
He didn't have the charisma to hang with them guys.
Yeah, he would have gotten lost. Like, he would have had the body, he would have been looking like decent in a suit, but he wouldn't have fit needing that spot. Also, I don't think he would have been moldable as quick as Batista and Randy were at that point. But
also he was
during that point in their careers,
he wasn't, from what they say, he was like always drinking and all that other shit. He wasn't.
That's why he became a novella actor. He's a huge novella actor in Mexico. He still wrestles. Yeah, he still wrestles in Mexico, but then he also does a lot of novellas. Yep.
I mean, I get it. He's a white boy, blue eyes, blonde hair.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? He speaks perfect Spanish. He speaks perfect Spanish.
He should. He's trying to steal our women's show.
How does niggas picture pop up? You didn't have like the whole,
Because we didn't know if he was even here at one point, because he joined, didn't even say a thing.
I heard the background noise.
I wasn't going to interrupt him. He was
Why
talking.
not? You could interrupt, man.
But
let us know you alive.
Let this man finish his thought.
See what
Ray was talking when you came in, but
You see, if it would have been told, I would have interrupted.
I appreciate that, show. Appreciate that. Did Roman have three counterparts? Cena, Brock, and Seth.
Cena was too late.
See, I wouldn't say Cena was his counterpart though. I would say Cena gave him the torch.
Yeah, I think that's that.
And Brock, I feel like was just that almost that stepping stone he needed. When you think about, like, again, counterparts, and you think about that rivalry.
See, because that's
the only
the
person
thing.
I can think is Seth.
See, because that's the thing though, where Hogan, they needed to get rid of the title. Macho Man was there.
Yeah.
Multiple occasions. When Roman needed a partner and him to get rid of the title, Brock was there. It's like they pulled Brock out of the woodwork to take that title from Roman.
Yeah.
Like, I can see where you're coming from on the standpoint of the two brands separated. Seth is his counterpart for Raw.
But I'm even going with just, again, even their stories aligned. It felt like for a while they were attached at the hip, even when they weren't the Shield anymore.
Well, Mr. Del Rio turned into a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And started abusing Paige and became a drunk and all that other shit. So
yeah,
he stay out this conversation.
Yeah. Unless you ask Conan. Conan for some reason says we should uncancel him. I don't know how. But it's that I feel like, because again, where we're going in this, because to me, that's how with Hogan and Macho Man, it felt like they were attached at the hip no matter what. They could go face someone else, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man had an amazing fucking match.
Even
but we're
in
going
WCW,
back to Hogan and Macho Man.
Even in WCW, Hogan and Macho Man came at the same time. Like they they joined the NWO.
It just kept coming back to that. Even this, like everyone talks about, it's bro. How long ago did Seth Rollins turn on the fucking Shield? That it's like everyone's talking about the Cody story and all this and that.
Well,
we're still gonna do the bitch.
How long ago was it? 10 years?
Gotta be at least 9 years. I don't think it's 10. I don't think it's fully 10 years yet.
No, I don't think we're at full 10 years on that.
They're gonna have a 10-year anniversary for that shit on
No,
Raw.
we're gonna get that's when the Shield comes back.
Every commercial, we're gonna go into it with Seth just hitting Roman in the back. Did we get a rematch between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins?
Don't forget the WrestleMania moment where Roman got his lick back, but still end up losing the title because of that.
Yeah,
we're gonna put the whole enchilada in this.
Word. If you're asking me, I would not do a rematch between Seth and Roman. I'm good. I saw that match before a couple years ago. I don't need it again.
I think that's not the direction at all that we're going for right now.
I need Jay to get a rematch.
Well, Jay's Intercontinental Champion right now. I don't think we're getting. But
how long he's been Intercontinental Champion? They did nothing with him. It's been a whole 4 or 5 days. He's been Intercontinental Champion. He needs a title shot. Yo, pray for Jay.
Tokishi.
Pray for Jay. Pray for Jimmy.
You need to chill out, all right?
Yo, that's it.
Chill out.
Tokishi, we get it.
Tokishi, we get it.
We be right now.
Hey, we're going to celebrate with mommy, right? We're going to celebrate with after we don't want mommy in the storyline.
Yo, can I just tell y'all, kayfabe should no longer be a term because people will believe and invest in any story you tell them. We know that Rhea Ripley is married to Buddy Murphy, but there are so many videos out there of Jay and Rhea Ripley showing their love to each other and their relation. It's a perfect couple. We forget their personal lives and we just see their characters there. There's no more. We need to keep kayfabe. Unless it's like Buddy Murphy's like beating the shit out of Jay on the side or something like. But it's like, can we admit that the world doesn't give a fuck about their personal lives? They just react to what they see on TV.
They pick and choose. That's the issue.
Yeah.
They pick and choose. Like 1 minute, it's like, oh, we wanna keep this like this. Next minute, oh, but this TV says it's like this, so we got to be like this. It's like, so why do we have to be like this because of this? But then it's like, come on.
Is anything that keeps Rhea on our TV we accept?
No, but that's the thing. They keep talking shit like, oh, but this and Buddy, and then it's like, we also know Dom has an actual real wife, right? Like we saw her on TV at one point.
Yeah, but if she's not woman enough to keep him off TV, then no reason to talk.
Oh, jeez.
That's terrible. Dom's doing excellent work. Dom has evolved from when we first seen him to where he's at right now. He's doing pretty fucking good.
He stopped laughing.
Oh yeah, he finally learned how to
speak without laughing.
Yeah, which again, it's little tricks, little things there. But again, it also comes with that maturity.
So, Damien, the issue with that was back in the 80s, the story was perceived as real. Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Iron Sheik hated each other, and if they were seen outside chilling, then now it's like, oh wait, they're really friends, and people will be confused because they bought into these guys want to kill each other. So the kayfabe is to keep the con alive. So when they broke it and people no longer believed in the con, it almost felt like we were being betrayed. Right? That's how the public took it. That's why everyone goes, it's fake, right? It's fake, right? It's because they don't have imagination. Just like how they cried for The Notebook, but then the two main actors are not in a relationship.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But that's real though, because you know, I know the main character in The Notebook. I don't know him by name, but me and him hang out every day, and he's really with her, and she still can't tell him what she wants for lunch. But yeah, and Dominic Toretto, I drive with him all the time. He broke a couple of parking lots because he stomped too hard, but you know, Sting getting hit with the bat is fake.
He didn't take him.
Yo, how's Michelle Rodriguez doing though?
She's doing good. She's starting to recover more of her memories.
Okay, good.
You know, because she lost her memories, but she's starting to recover more. Every time she rubs the chain, it's like memory comes back. Yeah. Yo, but Dominic Toretto's kid can fly. He always practices jumping between cars during drifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the white boy from Tokyo Drift. He teaches them. It's real.
Right.
It's real. I'm there. I'm at the
table.
No,
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
It's Jan J.
But the chair that hit Swerve in the face.
Yeah.
That was fake. They didn't make contact.
Okay, got you.
Because you know what happens is Hangman is a magician. Okay. So what he did was he just said "bow" really loud, and right before he touched Swerve, he flicked the chair back, and it bent from the force of Hangman because Doctor Strange was in on it.
That was the outcome.
Yes.
That was that outcome he saw at the end of Infinity War?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Which, can we thank Tony Stark for bringing us all back after the blip?
Facts. No one ever thanked him. Like he died
Young,
first,
grateful
right
motherfuckers.
After. Damn.
Young, grateful motherfuckers. Where was I getting
like there's 5 years that we just don't remember anymore. Like that's it's
sad, it was the Cena run.
And we stay looking as young as we do.
Yes.
Yep.
Seriously. Now, what was I getting at?
I don't know.
Yeah, no. So,
the
show, are you still here? Blink if you can hear me.
I'm blinking.
All right, good
to know.
But yeah, so that was the thing.
Oh yeah,
we get asking the question. Good, Damien, because you don't get to ask questions here. We just tell you the answer.
I'm relying on
your
questions for later. I just put the screen on up because I will start fucking around.
The question was, speaking of kayfabe, can someone explain the controversy about that caused that? Yeah, in the documentary. But that was the thing. It was just to keep the illusion alive.
Basically.
And
that's supposed to be.
Were pissed. Undertaker was strong on that. Undertaker was one of probably the last ones that was really strong.
That is supposed to be a thing. Kayfabe should be kept somewhat alive. The problem is it is so broken and the veil has been unveiled so damn much that it's like at this point.
Know what? The thing is, though, now the truth is kayfabe.
You have to understand that at this point in our lives, everything is just so much like advanced. Everybody needs to know on the know now. We are on our social medias. We're looking for that latest update. We're looking for that. It's hard to keep kayfabe alive in the wrestling industry, especially within the WWE. You know, because they just want to go ahead and.
Word. But why are you quiet? Wait. I don't understand why these buttons don't want to work. There you go.
You know how long I've been waiting for this.
Yo, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace and motherfucker want to show up at 11:59. No, but yeah.
This nigga.
You know something? Now it's a battle between Seth and Brock. But yo, before we get there, I think now the fact that everyone's unveiling the curtain is a form of kayfabe.
Well, I was about to say, because again, I'm just heels said it best. There's a way to keep kayfabe while breaking kayfabe that I was like, never thought about that. So there is an interesting thing that again, watch Heels, the Netflix show.
The show. I was about because when you said Heels said it best, and then you said he said I was like,
wait. Heels. Yeah, Heels. They say
I thought you were talking about Hollywood Heels.
No.
Homegirl. But that's why I was like, wait, she's not a man unless I missed something.
But yeah, they definitely say great in that like about breaking kayfabe, but then making it work. There's a way to do everything. It's just you have to be able to again sell the business. know how to make it work, know how to maneuver things.
So
but, not many do. That's the issue.
All right, so his
Yeah.
show wanted me to bring this up,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bring it up.
Okay.
Remember how we always talked about stories and matches?
Yes.
One of the part of the documentary that show was watching with me was the WrestleMania 17 match between Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon.
Okay.
And I was showing him, I said, yeah, this built up. They built this match up for months. But in the match, the story was Shane McMahon standing up to his father to defend his mother.
Yep.
But also Trish Stratus standing up for herself, not putting up with the abuse anymore.
Yep.
Linda McMahon protecting her son and also going, I'm not taking this shit either. It was a mutiny in the family because Vince McMahon became too big and high on his bridges and everything's crumbling down on him now.
Yep.
That's the story that was told in the match. And I was telling Show, I was like, see, this is what I mean by when you watch a match, I need the story. Because I said to him, one of the best matches we've ever seen live, Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega Grand Slam.
Yep.
But the match I will always have in my head is Roman Reigns versus Jay, Last Man Standing, Hell in a Cell. I quit the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, because that told so much.
That was a beautiful story.
Yeah. No, and that's what you need. Again, you have to have that. Because even if the story itself that you're telling beforehand, the match itself can tell such a great story. And that's one that did both. That it had the story going into it. And then even during the match, just all of that tells that story. And then that WrestleMania match between Shane and Vince, you get that story. That could have been the perfect ending, but nope. Then we get that very random 4-way. Yeah. But there's situations like that again,
you can't say no to a 3-way or a 4-way. Right.
You should have said
at our age.
You should have said no that time. But no, again, that's all part of it too. That is a way that, again, if you want to use kayfabe in a very blinded manner, because that's the thing too. What like Gigi said, I get it with social media now; it's a little difficult, but there's a way to use it that it's blinding. That it's like, wait, what is kayfabe now? And that's when it's the best part, because that's where, again, when you're in the business, you should be able to know that's like.
But think about this, Ray. When you're the one telling the information, you pick and choose what they know. That's kayfabe now.
And that's what that's the crazy thing is. That's what it has to become. That it's almost like, hey, let's put this out there because we know it's going to go out there. But is that what's going to happen?
That's why Sasha Banks keeps going. This is the real reason why I left WWE.
And on that note,
next question.
Yep. No, that is legit. And that's how it has to be.
They're always going to ask that question because it's always going to be connected to it.
That's how it has to be. You have to keep that. You bring him enough that's like, okay, now I'm going to let you in, but now you're going to see what I want you to see.
Yeah.
So that's the best way. And especially now in media, there's ways to do it. There's ways to make you think that it's like, huh? Jesus, Damien.
Can I?
Okay.
Well, listen. Go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say kayfabe to me is when they bring the wrestler in a cart with the tarp hidden, and they don't even tell other wrestlers he's there. I've heard that story before.
Oh yeah, like they've shit how they had to do with the Hardys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cart. They didn't even tell anybody else. People saw them back in the back. I heard they saw him backstage. Oh shit.
Well, yeah, the reason why they don't tell nobody is because half the people who leak information are the wrestlers.
Oh, the wrestlers, yeah. In situations like that it's like you tell certain people you trust. Everyone else,
word. Because
one person leaks it, that's it. It ruins everything.
Word. Joe, what did you want to talk about with the Vince McMahon documentary?
To be honest with you, I totally forgot.
I told you to put it in a voice note, bro.
I remember we were having some deep conversations about what was going on. I want to watch this documentary. I'm gonna come back. So go back.
Well, next week we're gonna finish. Well, we have a guest next week, right? Yeah. We're gonna have a guest.
We do.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit about the rest of the.
Hey, we can talk about with her too, because I feel like Samira will probably end up watching the documentary. It's gonna be very watched by a lot of people. So definitely stay tuned. Next week we'll be joined by. Well, I hope she's okay, because I know one of my friends might have done some things, and
Yeah, about that.
we'll talk about that next week. But Samira will be joining us. Shout out to the amazing Samira from both Titan Championship Wrestling, Black Label Pro, and many other independent wrestling companies. But yeah, she'll be joining us to talk about a lot of upcoming things, including Titan Championship Wrestling presents Savage Intentions and more. But yeah, it's gonna be a little awkward because yeah.
Yeah, because it's all your fault. How am I like I asked her to come on the show. It was gonna be a great show, and then all of a sudden I end up finding out this shit that Gangone attacked her.
Hey, I was just a commentator. I was doing my job over here. I didn't do anything. I didn't know what he was gonna do. Yeah, I'ma just remind people. I'ma just remind people that we are back live tomorrow at 9 p.m. with the Tone the Show with Ray Plus.
Yo, I'm telling you, we don't have anybody in the LGBT community for you to say plus.
Plus, whoever the fuck shows up, we're just gonna keep it at a plus for now.
You know what? Let's say it's the Tone the Show with Ray and Gigi end.
So you'd rather put an and?
Yes.
Okay, tune in tomorrow at 9 p.m. We'll be live. And then
you're gonna hit plus. You're gonna think it's LGBTQ. We don't have nobody to represent them, or you're gonna think it's math. And listen, there will be no math in this discussion. We get turned off with math.
Math is funny.
We'll see you tomorrow.
He raised a snake in the grass.
Wait a minute, Gangone
No,
jump.
and watching now wear his shirt tomorrow. You know what? So take us home.
You know what? Yeah. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out.